Hello, and welcome to Elite Encounters. And tonight, we're going to continue with our secondary campaign called The Psychic Promise. When we left off last, our adventurers, our party, our compatriots, our acquaintances, I'm not even sure they're friends yet, but they were left in the keep of King Corvis and Queen Aurora. And there was a hint to a disappearance of a Lady Elena Frank. And we left off with Queen Aurora telling them that they were going to be allowed to stay the evening and have breakfast served to them in the morning before they adventure. But before we pick up with our campaign and our story, we want to make sure that we want to invite everyone to click the follow button down below and join the mass of the elite. We're trying to push our way to 150 followers. And so through the course of this next month, let's see how many followers we can generate. So spread the word to all your friends, reach out. We have some other contests in the work to work with our master painter Barnabas to get some more figures to help drive sub goals and things like that. But let's try to push the follower goal to 150 by the end of the month. So just hit that follow button and tell all your buddies and your friends. And they, are you making fun of me? Nope. Got people trying to die before the game even starts. All right.
Oh gosh.
Let it be known. Intro over.
Innocent
Roll
bystander.
initiative, baby.
Oh no!
No, just kidding.
Here, I got it. Next.
Fixed.
We've just killed everybody.
We're not dead. We're und.
We're
You're
un-
undead. Right.
We're just not.
So, pop quiz.
Oh,
Yes, you in the back.
Quiz.
I didn't study.
Okay, so it's been a month since we've played, just about a little bit, give or take, right?
Mhm.
We're going to recap real quick, go around the table. We've had some changes. Just so you are aware, I've let the group, as we push through this first kind of 3 sessions of the game, they have some flexibility to kind of change up what they're playing or change what they have, all within, obviously, the realms of being second level. So our good friend Ren over here is now playing a champion. He was not in love with the student of Barnabas. How dare you?
No, I was. I just felt like it was more the other party 2.0.
Well-
or like the next generation, you know. And I can't do a Picard, so.
So we have a champion at the table instead of a alchemist, which clearly means you don't have a healer other than the little healing he can do. So y'all gonna die.
Probably.
All right. I believe as we work our way around the table, everybody else is still the same. We have Meg, who's the dwarf gunslinger, correct?
Yep.
We got Sizzy and the bard, correct?
Absolutely.
We have a vacant spot where your sister is. I don't know how the hell that happened. She's missing. We have Philip the druid. And we have...
on camera.
What?
Nothing.
And we have Marie the rogue, who likes to steal everything under the sun. Right. So some of the things we're also going to try and do as we push through this campaign is we're going to try to be a little... I'm going to try and be, and if the players at the table have their stream open, we're going to try to be a little more interactive with chat. So if you have questions, if you things pop up that you want to know as we're exploring through, you can drop them in chat, and maybe some of the characters will kind of work it into their own dialogue. And if I see things, I'll pull that in. I may ask for NPC names. I may ask for shop names or building names. So feel free to drop those things down in chat, and we can start kind of pulling your ideas into the game and make this kind of a community event as we play this campaign. So I think with all the housekeeping out of the way, I think we're going to pick back up. Are we all excited?
Absolutely.
Champion already looks bored.
I was watching Philip, and he looks like he was like doing paperwork.
Philip, are you doing paperwork?
Philip is doing paperwork.
Are you?
Oh, no.
Are you got like a 12 in admin or something?
Yes.
How does that even work?
I'm giving over administrative duties to someone who can actually administer duties.
That's middle management right there, everybody.
He's going to aspire to some great
Excellent.
places. Philip for mayor.
Excellent description.
Philip,
I
the
understand.
delegator.
Philip the delegator.
What does he do? Nothing.
Hey,
delegates things.
telling people what to do in a way that they will actually do it is very hard work.
Uh-huh.
All right. Quickly, everybody has their characters pulled up in front of them, correct? So we are all good to go? No?
I have her printed. It's
Oh, my
fine.
God.
I'll
So-
go old fashioned. I'll take paper.
Hey, you have a card with your number
Yeah,
on
you have a
it
card with your number on it.
somewhere.
I love you.
So,
Oh,
real quickly, while we're getting that taken care of,
IT on the move. Hold on.
Here at Elite Encounters, we have purchased tablets for everybody, so we could try to go a little more. There you go, a little more high tech-y. Also, they're just slow. That's okay. Also, they're going to
Oh,
kind of be
I've got
like
it.
the gateway
I can get
to
it
a
from
bigger
there.
thing that we're developing. So
maybe not.
Stay tuned for some of that kind of stuff.
Get it?
That we push forward as
It went all
Overwatch waggles his
wonky.
technology fingers and makes magic
had
happen.
it.
It's definitely not me, but he does all the hard work. I
Okay,
just
thank you.
dream the dream, I guess.
I bang my head against the wall until stuff comes up.
Until stuff comes out.
Right. All right.
Everybody's got their process.
Everybody good? All right.
Smile and nod.
If you're not good, just set the place on fire, I guess. Here we go.
I mean, I could.
No, stop. Don't give
No.
her ideas.
No.
No.
No. Call the person back who wants to buy our house right now. Right. So, we last left off that you're in the keep of the king and queen. She has allowed you to stay the evening. You'll have individual rooms if you want them. The keep is big enough. She's promised you breakfast in the morning. And that is kind of where we wrapped up as you guys were kind of getting yourself settled into this opulent keep. There's lots of onyx black stones. There's lots of just everything looks shiny, new, and someone has paid more money than sense for the things that exist in this keep. So, what do you guys do as you are led by Peter around the castle keep area? And he says, well, these rooms on this floor are for you to use. There's plenty. You can just pick whichever one you want. They're all outfitted exactly the same.
Are we allowed to go back to the library?
No. Sorry,
No.
Right. Thank you.
of course.
I pick a room.
Okay. Anything specific, or you just the first one you come to?
Oh, not the first one.
Okay.
Probably about the third.
All right.
I have little legs. I go to the first one.
Sounds good. I mean, they're all exactly.
They're all the same.
You open the door. Now, depending, they're not all exactly the same. Some have the bed on the right side of the room. Some
Oh.
have the bed on the left side of the room.
I thought I was gonna say higher or lower. Look
No.
great. I picked the room with the highest bed.
No.
Closest room, highest bed.
but there is a in all the rooms. If you go to venture, there are step ladder stools that.
Oh,
will
see,
allow
no,
you
we're
to get
we're
into
great.
bed.
Yeah, perfect.
Convenient.
It's like they knew I was coming. Wait a minute.
Which one's
right.
closer to the kitchen? That's the one I'll take.
Of course.
Damn
That's
it.
probably the room that he's in. He's at the closest to the stairwell.
She's gonna pick you
We're gonna fight, okay?
Oh boy!
No.
They're grabbing
I
dice.
can clap some fingers and change the color to green. We can do this right here in the keep.
Here's the dice
I'll-
roll,
I'll-
Mindy.
No,
change-
it not
I'll
not
change
not
the
in
whole
the keep.
setup.
Not in the
Ready?
keep. Not
We
in
can
the
just
keep.
PvP.
It's just fuck this.
Things happen. I'm
Round
just saying.
one. Fight.
Flawless victory.
Stop it. We need to take the button away from it.
All right. So you all find rooms?
Yes.
Nothing crazy?
No.
All right.
Are you giving up your room to
Absolutely not.
Meg?
I'll
No,
find
I
the
will not
room.
fight. I will not initiate combat. But if she wants to fight for it, I will not stop combat either.
So I'll be in the room next to Philip.
Philip.
Yes, I remember stuff.
Yay!
Names are hard.
I'm memorable.
Hey, I believe
Yeah.
I believe our very own Turby said it's there's 100 bits if you sneak into the library in the night.
Oh shit.
What do you think I
didn't
was
say
going
that.
to do?
I didn't say that.
Are you kidding?
No,
All
that's
So you all find your rooms.
Okay, Terry, we'll do
And
that.
who needs to sneak? All I have to do is seduce a god or two.
I mean,
I mean, you
if
have
you're
your
there.
methods.
Okay. So you find yourself in the rooms. They're all exactly the same. It's probably the most expensive, most comfortable bed you've probably ever laid on in your entire life. The rooms have curtains that are drawn, kind of like that 3-stage curtains. You have like the sheer, the one that blocks all the light, and then the decorative curtain that kind of pulls in through. There's a wardrobe that stands in the corner that's closed. You have a dresser. There's in the hallway in each room, there is a adjoining bathroom to the room. So you have your own bedroom and bathroom in this key. So when I tell you that these people spent more money than they have sense, it's legitimate truth.
no, that yeah.
Okay. So you go in, if you go into the bathroom, you have all of this floor is like black tile, super high polished looking black tile. If you're interested, it's probably some derivative of onyx or obsidian driven kind of tile. So, what do we do?
We're supposed to be up at what time?
They didn't tell you that.
Hmm.
They
What
told
time
you-
is it now?
Are you gonna just kind of look out the window?
Yeah.
You have nature, knowledge, nature.
Not really.
Recall
No,
knowledge, huh?
I don't have knowledge nature, but I'll give it a try.
You can always try.
1.
One.
Is the library
Best
bound
roll of the
to,
night.
is the library thing common knowledge? Because I might also need to be checking the time to see.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
Well,
Well,
I mean, he
That's-
did say it right in front of everyone that I couldn't go back to the library, so...
you open the curtains and you kind of stick your head out, and the sun is still up. It's not vanished behind the edges of the mountains yet. So, if you had to guess and guess poorly, you would probably say it's probably like 3 in the afternoon.
22.
It's probably like 6:30, 7.
Oh, wow. Okay, that changes things.
Is it summertime?
It
Daylight
is.
savings?
It is summertime. Yeah, it's daylight savings in her room. Okay. It's also the mysterious.
He did say not all rooms were exactly the same. Hers.
right.
What time is it? It's dark outside. What?
That's what time it is.
It's like
Go into
it's
different
like
rooms.
leap year and daylight savings in Siswick's room.
Is it snowing inside her room?
Can I make it snow? Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Asbestos
So-
snow.
No.
You know it's about
God.
6:30, 7 o'clock. She thinks it's like 3 in the afternoon.
Which means doing it right now is probably a bad idea because they're probably going to want to feed us and look for me and wonder where I am. So I'm not making towards the library right now.
Okay.
But feel free if you want to.
I mean, did we have dinner yet?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, me too. Like,
You-
They're gonna feed us breakfast. Are they gonna feed us
You
supper?
had lunch at the bar
Mhm.
at the inn, right? The Ember Light Inn. And then you came to the castle in the afternoon. And came to the castle in the afternoon, and
It's only been 3 hours.
yeah, magically we've gone back in time, and it's still the afternoon after we beat Gerald down with his ass in the hallway.
That was like 15 seconds.
Well, the conversation that ensued afterwards was not
Almost like 45 seconds.
the whole battle.
All of it.
12 seconds.
that's how good we are.
So no, they have not actually fed you dinner, but they also didn't offer you dinner either. They offered you breakfast.
That's rude.
Ouch.
I'll find my own dinner. I'll make my way. They didn't say anything about the kitchen. They said no to the library.
We didn't ask about the kitchen. Let's go.
Exactly. And
Okay.
then we could steal
So-
some and bring them back.
Perception checks.
Pretty sure we could just ask.
Who's the first one that I'm guessing it's going to be Meg. First one that
yeah.
tries to leave to go get food, right?
Oh yeah.
Chaos
Absolutely.
ensues. I make it to the
Rolling.
library. Fuck it. At this point,
I see everything.
Okay.
everything like
Um,
everything or everything like an inch in
Sis,
front of
would
your
you roll a
face.
perception check?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you get a natural 22?
Quite the opposite.
Yes.
Oh, you
Philip,
got
what'd you
the
get?
opposite.
Philip. Oh, perception. Sorry.
I found my.
Nah, not great. Hold on. 10.
Apparently, the dice
10.
gods are loving and hating
All
me
of
today.
10
10,
total.
13.
13.
26
Natural
with a
20.
natural 20.
Rude.
13.
13.
I got a 10 total with a nat 1.
Hot one. All right. So,
Hold
as you guys are sitting there in your rooms, it doesn't take rocket science or a high roll at all to start hearing doors in this kind of empty hallway as people are. Meg is going to find food. You hear her door open. You hear the door shut. You hear another door open. You hear another door shut. You hear
what's that?
your people are starting to file out into the hallway.
Well, hello, everyone.
I'm still in my room because I obviously didn't know what was going on.
Looking for his belly button, apparently.
Ren is like, I have a belly button. under
He's
his
looking
armor
at it
somewhere.
detailed.
Lint.
Dinner. Yum.
Oh, there's a coin. How'd I get there?
No.
Oh,
All right.
All right.
Looks like
So you've kind of gathered yourself out. You realize that all of you have come out of your rooms except for Ren.
do any of us know where the kitchen actually is?
I mean, you didn't ask.
All right,
See?
perfect.
You will
No,
smell
that's
it.
fine. That's fine.
Does anyone go get Ren, or are you just gonna leave the poor guy picking his belly button lint?
I mean, we're all out here. We might as well get my sister and Ren.
all right.
She's probably not going to want to come out.
So these doors opening and closing have not been quiet in any way,
No.
shape, or form. Okay, I go.
Why would we do that?
Ren, I think you have company.
wait one. That's gonna be really loud on the internet.
Maybe.
Well, now I know not to do it again. Sorry, guys.
I mean, it made a cool noise because your cup jumped up
The
and
whole
down on
like
the
table shake.
the cup jumped up and down on the little slate.
Oh, sweet. Laura says it's not that bad, so carry on. Stop banging on the table.
Yes.
Wait.
Well, at least we know it's not that bad.
Well, oh, okay. No, that's fine. Because he said stop banging on the table. You said yes. I got very confused.
Turby also said it wasn't bad.
There we go.
Hello? Who's there?
You knocked on his door, bud.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to answer?
You're not going to answer your friend.
Nothing.
Okay.
Friend.
Oh, I thought you two were
He's
together.
a little bit special. I opened said door.
I didn't
Hello?
hear anyone say that it was locked, so
Right?
Hello?
Hey,
Oh, hey. What are you? Put your shirt down. Get out of your belly button. We're going looking for food, and you're in here looking in your bit. No, you whatever. Put it back. Whatever it is you found, put it back. We don't have time for that.
I don't put it back.
We're in the hallway. Come on. I'll give you your time. I don't want to watch him put that back wherever he's doing with it.
So what do you do?
clang.
Well, I've given him his information. I'm back out in the hallway. That's
All right, fine.
Hold on, I threw my helmet on. All right. So you guys all convene out in the hallway. Ren comes out, screwing his helmet into place. And there's a communal growl of your belly as you're standing there in the hallway. What do you do? Yeah, both ends of the hallway, like goes down the hallway and goes around a corner. And then there's the stairs you came up that Peter led you up.
So, I've never thought about this before, but
This is good.
We're thinking. All right, let's hear it.
Survival check
Oh.
in the hallway.
Okay.
Looking for food in a building.
All right.
If I screw this up, we
Yep.
are gonna die.
I've never seen.
I don't
a
even know what
champion
dice I
eat
just
carpet,
rolled.
But this is what's about to happen.
Possibly.
Roll me a survival check. Let's see if you can smell the kitchen.
18.
Okay.
I know where it is.
You-
Kind of.
You can definitely tell it's coming from downstairs. You may be able to hear some like the fire roaring, maybe some things cooking. You can probably smell some bread, but it's just kind of like coming up the stairs. So it's not like you can, oh, it's in that corner of the building.
Yeah.
You can just tell it's downstairs with an 18. That's actually pretty good inside.
So we split up,
Let's go downstairs.
look for the kitchen.
Why are we splitting up?
I don't know.
Don't split the party. We might get jumped on the way.
Because I need,
Surprise!
Oh, but I want to go down there so bad right now. Run.
shut up.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
Navel.
Maybe.
I'm still wanting to see what this
Can you keep a secret?
special surprise is.
Oh,
Look at your chat. Turby said he'd be a special surprise if you banged on the door again.
hold on. Nope.
Turby says yes, split up.
Nope.
All
yeah.
right, then I'm making my way to the kitchen, whether y'all are
believing we
coming
have
with
some
me or not.
nefarious viewers here.
Apparently.
All right, gang. Let's split up.
Where's our dog?
What?
Don't we need a dog?
No.
We don't need a dog. We have
Oh,
a
that would be
dwarf.
cool.
They also enjoy snacks.
I mean,
And
So you just compared me to a dog,
Oh
huh?
my gosh.
yes.
I'll
What?
just PvP it is. Here we go.
I mean, dogs are lovable.
Hmm.
No,
So-
the whole. Never mind.
all right.
Look, I'm starving, and usually Meg seems to know where food is. I'm going to follow her.
Okay. So you go down. the
I've
hallway
seen
you
her
came up,
fight
or
and
do you
eat.
do you go down the stairs you came up, or do you go down the hallway and around the corner?
Down the stairs, right?
Okay. Yes. We are keeping the party together.
Yes, we are keeping the party together. No.
For the moment,
No.
yes.
I'm
No?
going the other direction.
Okay. The champion has walked off down the hallway. Who's going with the champion?
Ren, where are you going?
Exploring.
Oh,
I'm adventuring.
have fun.
See?
We're looking for food.
Blue
He's
lights
gonna be
are
the
on, we're
first one
adventuring.
caught.
We're looking for food.
We can't fight till the lights turn green.
We are safe as long as these are blue.
That's right.
Oh no. I don't like
Bet.
that theory.
So if they turn green, he's gonna turn
Exactly.
around, go in the other direction, and hope they turn back to blue.
Yeah. He looks around the corner. Ah, lights turn green. He just turns around and goes,
No. Meta. as
Let's
fuck.
go in the other way.
Just my light turns green.
yeah.
Well,
Mm.
Brett have control of the lights.
Yeah.
So how'd that happen?
That's bad.
Oh no.
No, we'll go looking for food.
Okay, so
No, I'll
I
go.
don't know if.
okay, the whole party
Okay.
goes down the stairs.
Yes, we all go down the stairs.
Yes.
You go down the stairs and it enters back into the foyer, like where you walked in.
Hmm.
And you had the library that was kind of there on your left as you
Okay.
walked in, and then you had the room that you met, the hallway that went into where you fought Gerald and his
Mhm.
cronies, right? And then there was the stairs that were in front of you, and then there is a archway kind of door to the right of the stairs that, if you were a betting group,
Looks like there'd be food back there.
may be a direction that would lead to maybe a dining room or something. There's definitely smells coming from that hallway.
Well, let's go.
That's the way we go then.
Okay, so you push through the archway, and it definitely opens up into a formal-looking dining room. Big, long table, chairs, plates set out, everything like they're ready for some kind of big endeavor, right? And it's not like eerily quiet, but it's definitely just quiet. There's not like people running around. The king and queen aren't in here. It's just you're just kind of walked into an empty dining room, but it is set out, and there is chandeliers that have lights burning and stuff like that. So it is lit up.
But the food is not in this room.
The food is not in this room.
Then, this room is irrelevant. Moving on. Is there any other doors?
Is there another door
There
in
are
there?
doors off the back end of the dining room.
That would probably lead to the kitchen.
Doors.
More than likely.
Okay. So you have kind of two swinging doors, and you just kind of barge in. You just push your way in.
I just shoved the door a little bit and look in.
Okay. You see a kind of a crafty, rotund guy with a big nose, with the chef hat on, with a knife.
Is he French?
He is French, or at least sounds like he's French.
Sound-
Not that you know what French is, but
Right.
he definitely has a hard accent to his, as he's kind of humming. doing his thing.
Is there
And
a
then-
red crab trying to run away?
I mean, are you pushing in to go look?
yeah.
Okay, so Ren just walks into the kitchen. You see him; he's got lobsters and stuff, and he's shoving them in the pot, and he's closing the lid down on it. And he doesn't seem to notice you.
Oh. Do I notice him not noticing him? Because if he's not
He's got
noticing
back
him,
to you. I mean, there's noises and stuff going on in the kitchen. He hasn't noticed that the swinging door pushes open.
fuck it, he's in. I'll just walk in behind him.
Okay.
Okay, quick. Everybody just take everything you can grab and just run.
Kind of. They're just observing.
And that's
Try not
fine.
to get in the way, just kind of seeing what they're doing, you know. Because wisdom suggests messing with the chef means you're going to get
Got.
chefed.
You're gonna
Yeah,
get
you're gonna
got.
got. Yeah. I have a feeling the chef is like an epic level adventurer in his former days.
He just took an arrow to the knee or something. And now
Yeah.
he's a chef.
Poor man.
Yeah. Well,
It's his fallback career.
Shing, dish, ding, dish, ding, dish, doo. Yeah.
Oh no. But you said lobster, not chicken, so
It's whatever.
we're fine.
Board, board, board.
I knew it was coming.
So you have the chef, and he's cooking, and he's kind of just barking orders, and you see other people kind of scurrying into like the pantry, and you kind of getting other things together. And there's a preparation table that's laid out, and look like they're kind of building a meal on like trays with lids and stuff like that, platters and stuff. Looks like they're getting dinner ready. If you were going to presume what is happening here.
I leave.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay. All right. So Ren and Phil. Oh, this is bad. Ren and Phil just walked out of the kitchen.
Pussies.
One of
I'm
them's-
taking
one of
what
them's
I can
Stimpy. I'm not
grab.
sure which one.
I'm not the angry one.
You're Ren.
Like the
You-
making dinner.
that's fine. That's totally fine. But everybody looks like they're making food, so I don't know if stealing it would. Maybe they're gonna invite us and just forgot.
But did we ask?
We didn't ask. Did you ask?
I
I
was
didn't
looking at
ask.
my belly button.
I
I
don't know.
meant the kitchen staff.
I didn't talk to them.
No, they had knives. I'm very busy.
All
Latin.
right,
No,
check this out. So we're guests of the court.
and we broke into their
They
kitchen.
have to feed us, right?
They don't have to, but it's courtesy.
Oh, they do if they want my participation.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
They could force you.
I'd rather die than
Like-
starve.
That's kind of
Okay.
how that works.
Okay. Pause. So you've walked back out of the kitchen.
Mhm.
Are you just amicably all standing at where the door is?
No, I'm not just gonna. Oh, the door is closing, like touching my butt. No, that's stupid. because I know how this copyright works.
I haven't heard any instruction that anyone has moved away from where the door is.
All right, walked into the thing, moved away from the door because I know how this story ends.
How does the story end?
Somebody carries a tray and they run into it, and all you hear it's clang, and then you hear screaming and some foreign language.
And then we're in combat.
Knives sticking through the door.
And then the lights turn green.
So,
We're preventing green lights.
Okay, so like let's send two of us down, and then if we run into them, we could just take what was off the tray and then run back
We're
out.
not sieging the dinner tray.
You guys are no fun. And
Okay. So yes. Go ahead.
so
I mean, you can. I don't.
what all am I seeing besides what's cooking? Is there any breads? Is there some
There's-
cheeses? Something
there's
sticking
stuff-
out?
There's stuff that is laid out on the preparation table. So you have like breads and cheeses along with soups and the main
Thievery
dish.
24.
Okay.
I'm going to sleight of hand some bread and some cheese.
Okay.
What's the perception DCs? Did I hit it?
I mean, they don't see you.
Yeah.
They're
Come on.
concentrating on cooking.
We'll come back. We'll come back. Don't worry.
all
about
right.
it. We'll come back. As soon as we step out the door, I hand him to her.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank God.
There's something.
I've been starving like all day.
Oh no.
You can walk and eat. We can
We
go
definitely
explore the
will.
rest of the castle.
Make me feel so much better.
Okay, so the agenda now is you're going to explore the rest of the keep, yeah? Or are you going to stand waiting for dinner?
I'm going to explore the rest of the keep and make my way to the damn library.
Okay.
I'm gonna also explore, but follow a different route.
Okay, so we are
He
splitting
is
the party.
splitting the party.
Yes, we are.
Let's get that
Who's-
split the party down in chat.
Who's going with Ren and who's going to
Never
the library?
split the party.
But we are.
So wait, sorry, where are you going again? I was kind of
400
kind of
bits.
stuck
400
with
bits.
my
Kirby
little
says, good luck.
pieces of food here. I kind of missed that part.
All right, who's going to the library?
The party actually isn't splitting.
me.
We're all
No,
just going
I'm
to.
not going to the library.
Disney's going to the library.
Yes,
Anyone
I
else
am.
going to the library? Going once, going twice?
Oh, I'll wait.
All right.
Yep, I'm gonna go the other way. Wherever.
Who's
Does that make me Daphne?
who's exploring with Red?
I'll follow the champion.
Do I have to explore with him?
Nope.
Okay, I'm just gonna start wandering.
Okay, so we've split the party thrice. Who's following Marie?
I'll follow Marie.
All right. All right.
It's the buddy system.
I think that's another 400
Exactly.
bits if you split the party 3 ways. I think that's the case, right?
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
that's the only way to do
So,
it.
we have split the party 3 ways.
Oh, there's a hype train.
Woot woot. We're going to start with the library. You walk up to the door that you go to enter, and the door is clearly locked.
Who's around? Anyone around?
Your party is starting to scatter like roaches in the sunlight, so they're the only people that are around, really.
They're the only people
Right now.
around.
Are we at the library?
There's a level 1 hype train, so let's see how you do in this library.
Well, thievery.
Do it.
How about 23?
23. You definitely can pull out your little bobby pin out of your hair and flip the lock, and it pops right open. Door swings wide open.
Perfect. Going in? Slipping in?
The room is completely dark. There's no lights in the room that you can obviously see, because obviously you're not supposed to be in there. The door's locked. So right now you're just standing in a very dark room with an open door behind you.
Okay, well, before I shut the door, going to pull out my flint and steel and light a candle, and
Okay.
then shut the door and lock it back.
Okay.
And I'm going to go explore the library.
Okay. So you flint and steel, the spark kind of illuminates in the room, and you kind of get it to light one of the candles. And do you light more of the candles, or are you just kind of walking around with one candle? Like, do you light?
They have a
they have
candelabra
a
that I
sconce-
can
They have a
take around.
sconce with a bunch of candles in it.
I'll light one.
Okay.
For myself to move around with, unless there's a candelabra that I can take around and shed a little bit more light than one candle would. But
Sure. There's
one candle is fine.
there's sconces. There's candelabras. There's a chandelier that's hanging in the ceiling. You'd have to let it down and light it, but you can definitely do that.
No, I think I'll just the one candle.
Okay.
Unless there's, like I said, if there's one with a couple candles on it, I'll take that and light those, and then I'll move around. So, definitely going back to that same book
Okay.
and pulling it down from the shelf.
All right. Pause on you. Ren, where are you going, man? What are you looking for?
Just looking.
All right.
Getting
So
a tactical layout of the land.
So in the base room that you're in here, you have the foyer, you have the stairs that go upstairs, you have the room that you guys walked through, which is the dining room and the kitchen, right? You have the room that goes to the hallway where you fought Gerald, and then the library. So the only room you guys have left to explore is what may be beyond the kitchen, or what may be upstairs, or what's past the door in the room that you fought.
Let's see. Can I use knowledge society on a roll for the possible layout of a standard
You
castle
sure
layout?
can.
Because I don't want to go to places that are going to get me killed.
For the most interesting and yeah.
Yeah, like upstairs would be like the quarters. And you don't want to be up there, so. All right. That was almost a nat.
Nice.
Almost. That means it's
So-
probably like a 7.
Well, it rolled over the magic button over here. 21 society.
21?
Yeah.
Based on your assessment of how you've kind of felt the keep out as you've been in it, you could probably ascertain that through the room that you fought Gerald in is probably the throne room.
Don't want to be there unless you're fast.
And then upstairs is probably it probably ventures around the corner, maybe more rooms, maybe servants' quarters, maybe another staircase that goes upstairs. But you just don't know. You didn't go that way.
Yeah, so I'm going to go upstairs.
Okay. Ren disappears up the stairs. Pause.
I'm with him, so
Yes, you are. Where are you guys going? Are you following Ren? Or
I mean,
you
I guess if there's nothing else downstairs,
You-
we're gonna have to go upstairs.
you don't know that there's nothing downstairs. You could look and that's Sizzle. She's apparently on fire.
There you go.
So
Thank you.
you didn't actually go in the kitchen, did you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just
So you wouldn't have seen
Staying
that
there.
there was a doorway in the kitchen or anything like that. So you have no idea that there's another, anything around the other side. So yeah, I guess you guys are heading upstairs because you think there's nothing else around.
Or do you want to go back to the kitchen?
I think I'm satisfied for now with this little snack I
Yeah, we
had.
go upstairs.
Following me.
we all just left. It's like in the library.
Well, I feel like supper time is not the opportune time to sneak into the library. With
Well, that's what I thought, but it's too late now. Door's locked.
We'll just come back at midnight and then
Yeah.
we get snacks and then go to the library.
There you go.
Okay, so you walk up to the first landing that you guys were at, and you see the hallway that you guys, all your rooms are at.
I go down and turn.
You walk down the end, and you turn, and you see the room. The hallway just kind of keeps going. It looks like more rooms, but these have. When you turn the corner, these start having. You had numbers on your rooms. These start having letters on their rooms, and then it goes
Like
down.
ABC
A, B, C letters.
Okay.
Yep. LMNOPs. Which one do you want?
I just meant like alphabetical, like
Yes.
A, B, C,
Mhm.
not like this is Queen Aurora's room and this is
Princess Belle? No.
yeah. No. God bless.
I opened that door.
Okay. So you turn the corner. These all have letters. This hallway had numbers. This hallway has letters. And you see at the end, there's a set of double doors. And then it looks like maybe a set of stairwell that goes maybe upstairs.
Maybe upstairs?
I mean, you can't really tell if it's going
Ah.
back down or if
Okay.
you just see it
Okay.
opening in the wall.
Gotcha.
Let's go there
Go where?
to the stairs.
Okay.
The other stairs. More
Goes
upstairs.
upstairs. You go upstairs?
Yeah.
So everyone's falling upstairs. You get upstairs. You start seeing what looks to be it's got a hallway, but these are
All the fucking hallways.
rooms with no doors. These are like your washroom, your kind of like all of your utility stuff is upstairs,
Oh, well.
which is very strange because usually, if obviously the king and queen aren't doing their own laundry, and usually that stuff is down in the bottom.
out of sight.
So
Hmm.
it feels strange that all of the
That- well-
utility work and stuff is up here where people may venture.
I don't have detect magic, do I?
No, I sure don't.
I don't think I do. Well, never mind.
Roll me perception checks.
Oh, that works too. Thank you.
How about that? I can lead this train.
Isn't that your job?
No,
14. No,
I play reactionary.
12.
12,
12.
12,
23.
23,
17.
17.
If I start carrying a step stool everywhere, can I get like
10.
a permanent bonus to my perception?
I got 10.
You're consistent at least.
Okay.
Wait, did you roll another than 1?
No,
All right. So
No.
you hear.
I was wrong the first.
I don't know if you've ever heard,
Oh.
like, if you ever been to those reenactment places where you hear people washing clothes on the washboard, right? That,
Mhm.
and you hear stuff being done. You hear clothes being dunked in water, or what you would assume to be that. You hear work that's kind of you. There's people up here, so
Do we see people up here?
you haven't pressed into the hallway. You just see doors there are rooms that don't have doors, and you hear the sounds of work.
If there's a mouse in a red cape behind one of these fucking doors, I'm leaving.
Start running, baby.
I'm done.
I'll have what he's having.
Check, please.
I will slowly get to one of the. Can I see into any of the openings? I want to get in
Yeah,
position where.
there's a door right there on your left.
Oh well, I want to peer into said door.
So you look in, and you'll see there's what looks to be to you like a little boy,
Okay.
and then a girl, and then maybe a motherly type figure based on height. Of course, everyone's giant to you, but you are like
More
3'2" and
Mom, bigger mom. What?
3/4 or whatever you were. But you see they're washing clothes.
Okay.
They have what looks to be like hampers of clothes, and they're washing them. The little girl is got them in the wash basin with some kind of solution, and then the son is pulling them out of that and tossing them up into the basin where the mother is running them across the washboard, and then hangs them out to dry on a line. And this line goes out the window. She works it out the window, so it dries outside.
All right. Well, I mean, looks normal enough, I guess.
Yep.
Looks normal. Still don't know why it's up here, but
Right. So weird.
If you work into the room next door, you will see there is
I think I just dropped it.
kind of the same thing on the other side, but you see a little more care, or a little more. The clothes are getting a little bit more expensive looking. There's a little more effort going into what's going on. So, and there's 2 gentlemen that are of adult age that are working in that room. Same thing. The clothes go out a different direction and dry.
This is some bullshit. Up here is boring.
Very.
Weird, but boring. And that's
You keep you in the hallway.
if
Or
I
do
can
you-
if I can feel like I can cross these doors without being seen, yes, I will continue on as long as I
Are you guys
can-
going down the hallways?
as long as I can mosey around unnoticed, yes, I will continue moseying.
Okay. So these people don't really seem to care that you're wandering around. Even if one of them were to see you, they just kind of look at you and acknowledge you, and like kind of
Oh, okay.
one of
Well,
those, and then you just kind of go on about your business, and they don't say a word. You get down the hallway, and you kind of so you have the 2 rooms that are adjacent hall, right?
Mhm.
So there's a door here and then a door here, and the clothes are being washed and then sent out like this into to dry. You get down to the end of the hallway, and there looks to be like an industrial contraption, like a machine.
I like industrial contraptions. I
Um,
mean, I don't. I'm a druid, but
if you want to roll perceptions, you can try to figure out what this thing may do.
I'm curious. I don't know that.
It is not actively running. 16,
11.
11,
10.
27.
27, 10. That's like the third 10. You roll another 10, that's like 100 bits.
We get our champion bifocals. He's
So, with a 27, this is a very crude type of heat pump. So as you know, this building is built into the side of a volcano type of mountain. So this machine is, when activated or when turned on, will pull the heat out of the building, out of the rock, and force it down through the building to heat the building.
All right.
So kind of like central heating,
That
but
sounds made up.
it's definitely magic.
It definitely sounds made up. I don't know if
Clever. It's
No
really
lever.
smart.
What?
It's
oh,
really
clever. I
smart.
thought you said lever. No lever. No. No levers.
Okay, pause. Back to the library.
I missed a letter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right back to that space.
Okay. Based on the information that you gathered the last time, as you read, it's like you're reading someone's notes on this mysterious lost form of the weave, or this mysterious branch of magic, and you're just like, oh, this is interesting. I've never heard anything about this. I've never read anything about it. You turn the page and it changes the topic. So it's very small, very like half a page, and it looks like handwritten, scribbled notes about a forgotten form or path of the weave, or a lost form of magic.
Is this an added page?
It doesn't look like to be an added page, but roll me a perception check.
18?
The piece looks added onto the page. Like, it's not actually like someone added a whole page into the book. It looks like someone put something on the page, like maybe glued it on or stuck it on or whatever on the page of the book.
So these notes aren't actually part of this book.
Best you can understand. Yeah.
Cantrip. Prestidigitation. I'm going to clean whatever they used to stick it onto the book
Okay.
and get those notes off.
Okay. Roll me just straight wisdom.
Believe that's going to be a 10.
10.
Hmm.
Okay. So you prestidigitation, bloop, 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 and it cleans right off there, and you're holding the notes there in your hand. Underneath the page
those
that's
in there.
stuck to the book is that sunrise crest symbol that's on the shield of the king, and it's all over the empire here. It's that sunrise. That symbol is on the page that the thing was covered.
On the page that...
So you have the notes, right? And so you have the page. The notes were on the page, and the symbol is on the page. When you pick the notes up, the symbol is on
There's
the
the
page.
symbol.
Yes.
Is there anything leading up to that?
Nope. The page underneath there is completely blank other than the symbol.
And there's nothing arcane about that.
Nope.
Notes go into my cleavage, and I'm going to put the book back and look at another one and see if I can find anything else. But
Roll me. Roll me. Give a occultism.
I do.
Roll that for me.
Not so good on that right now. 9.
9. You see a bunch of just like basic occult text, but it looks more like basic fundamental, like stuff that you could just walk down the street and learn.
Right.
But the books, again, the books in here are extremely old. Extremely old.
All right.
So maybe this was foundational stuff for forming of cults, millennia, lifetimes, however many lifetimes ago. You don't know.
Speaking of cults, is there anything, since I'm not seeing really anything that catches my attention for what I was looking at, is there anything on the Sunstone cultists?
How are you going to look that up? There's not, as you're looking through the area where you've looked through the occult stuff, there's not a book that says Sunstone Cultist. So
Looking for something on cults, or perhaps even moving to the religion section and looking through there. Anything that looks like it might hold.
You have roll me religion. You have that?
Not really, no. But that's a 13.
13. You have the basic foundation of what may be a formation of a religious order that worships this like sunstone, but you don't really even know what that is. You just kind of see it mentioned in religious text, and it's kind of been mentioned in some of this cult text. So it doesn't really like, they don't correlate. They don't quite mesh. They could be talking about the same thing, but they don't describe it as the same thing. So you're just kind of confused.
Is the sunstone arcane of in any way that you?
Not based on the books that you're reading. You can't ascertain that information.
All right. All right. Then I'm going to head to the door. Put my ear to it.
I need everybody to roll me perception checks, please. It's not very difficult.
Speak for yourself.
10. No, I thought he had another 10.
10,
17.
17,
21.
21.
I rolled a 1.
Okay,
22.
22.
21.
Nice.
Everybody except Sizwick, who has her ear pressed to the door, which magically enough somehow she can't hear it. You hear bell ringing.
Dinner.
I turn around and head downstairs.
I was
Huh.
concentrating for footsteps. I was ignoring bells and such.
I pretty much run after her, Murray, and I'm just like excited, like, yes, we didn't have to steal that. We're
Yeah,
actually getting
I'm a gnome.
fed.
It's almost instinct. I hear that bell and my feet are gone before I even know what the hell's going on.
With your roll, you hear the same kind of pitter patter of footsteps of the people who are in the rooms upstairs. The ones.
Oh no, they're all coming too.
And they go the other direction down the hallway and seem to be going down another set of stairs.
Makes sense.
So.
Servants yeah, they're going to their table, which is like a pig trough, probably with like a fork with 2 times.
Dang.
They're better than that.
Okay. So as you are passing the rooms that are your rooms, you hear the bells inside the rooms ringing. Right. So as you kind of now recall, as you go into the room, each room had a bell hanging adjacent to the door with a cord that runs into the wall that could be rung from somewhere else in the keep.
Maybe the library bell is broken.
I think the library bell is ringing. You just probably are like, what is that noise? What is going on?
What?
If you want to roll give me another perception check to see how completely oblivious you are.
I'm trying to be
what's going on.
sneaky, and that damn bell has come out to
Here I am trying to see if I can get out of here. 24.
You definitely hear the like it probably was being masked by the sound of all the footsteps and stuff, people rummaging through the castle, but you can definitely hear the bell ringing.
So I can hear footsteps outside now.
Mhm.
All right.
But you can definitely tell that there's no bell in the actual library. The bell is probably on the wall on the outside of the library.
All right. I will wait until there's not footsteps.
Okay. So, all of you make it downstairs. You see Peter and all the other kind of basic hospitality keep employees going into the main room that you guys ventured into, the dining hall there. And as you look around, you obviously don't see Siswick anywhere, but who knows? Maybe she's already in the room. She didn't actually go upstairs, so she is closer than you guys are anyway.
There's no Barnabas. Come on now. Chat saying we're about to eat. There should be battle.
Ah,
Oh, give it a minute.
There's no Barnabas here. Come
Give
on.
it
and we've lost our student of Barnabas, so that totally deflates the entire thing. So
Give it a minute. One of us is still
Look,
trying to
I'm sure
escape a
there'll be
library.
something else like that that will come
Give it
up.
time.
Just
oh, I'm sure.
give
But it's
me
still stuck
give
in
me
the library.
time. I'm sure the first person I seduce we're going to have an issue with. Just
Hey, correct.
It's-
I mean, you're still technically locked in the library.
It's like we could still have combat. Give it a minute.
I mean, I locked the door, so
I know, but you've got to
hear
get out of
you hear
there with.
the pitter patter of the feet, kind of disappearing.
okay. Then I'll unlock and go out. Is it something that I need to relock, or can I
Yeah, you'll
lock
have
it
to lock
and
it
then
from the
shut it?
outside.
Oh no!
You just leave it
You
unlocked.
said-
Just gonna
She said
slip out.
no.
Do I see anyone?
Nope.
Slip out. Leave it unlocked.
Slide into the dining hall area.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you all make your way toward the dining hall, and you see there's obviously a big plush kind of chair at the head of the table, and then another plush chair to his left, and then another plush chair to his right. And then you see people from the keep kind of filling into places. They look like they have places where they sit all the time, right? So kind of like assigned seating. And you guys walk in the room. And Peter is standing at the door, and he says, right, we were going to fetch you for dinner, but I see you've responded to the bell.
Were
Your
we not
seats-
supposed to?
No, you were. I was coming to get you in case, for whatever reason, you weren't going to respond. Your seats are here at the end of the table. You can sit where you like.
Thank you.
Of course. Do you need a high chair? Maybe a step stool?
Yes.
Who's her seat?
Coach.
Perhaps a ladder?
Yes.
4 or 5 apple boxes, please.
I'm no longer happy about dinner.
Why?
So he goes and gets this comfy cushion that fits right onto the chair that brings you right up to the same height that everyone else is.
it's
It's actually
This sounded
Quite
a lot
well
more
made.
condescending when he asked about it. I
a high chair.
like the child that I am. I'm gonna hop up on that fucking cushion.
he doesn't try to like strap you in or anything. He's not afraid of you falling down.
Does he try to help me up too?
Nope.
Okay, we're fine.
Look, it's not an insult. This castle and everyone, they're very accommodating to all peoples of all statures.
Yeah, they are. Did you see this cushion?
Everybody.
It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Imagine if you were like 19 feet tall.
It'd be really tall.
I don't think he can imagine that.
I was, mm,
That's
Okay, imagine
A
you're
little
3
bit.
feet. No, I'm sorry, 4 feet tall.
wow, that's offensive. Imagine you're three. Nah.
Too soon.
I'm done talking to this guy.
I'm just
Friendship.
trying to
Delete
have-
it.
when you got sad. Did you change colors?
Yes.
Did you turn blue?
I'm just messing with you.
All right.
Hmm.
So you get yourself situated, and
Oh, look, an apple.
you get yourself situated, and Peter walks over to the door that the food is coming in, and he kind of holds the door open, and these people just start bringing trays and trays and trays of stuff, and they kind of line it. They set it on one end of the table, like when the first one comes out, sets it on the end of the table, and there's a guy that has a big crank, and he's turning it, and the middle of the table literally just slides down. So they're literally placing these things at the end of the table, and it's just working its way kind of down the table.
All right.
Kind of just staring at it like,
There it is. There.
did I
That was my
die?
next question. What does this one look like?
Did I die? Like, what is it?
She is also on the conveyor belt with the food, just following it down the table.
Are people grabbing food as
Nope,
it goes
it's
past?
still covered.
It's still covered.
Still covered.
Individual meals just being served from one end all the way to the other.
Okay.
Laura says it's the lazy river of food.
Look,
Oh,
Days.
Oh god,
I've seen one before, but it was sushi.
So
Ooh.
that doesn't sound as appetizing.
It
the
was delicious.
Yes, it does.
lazy river of food comes to a halt as they put the last tray down. It doesn't look like individual meals. Looks like it's probably portions of stuff. So like maybe on the tray we'll probably have whatever kind of main course, and then there's little trays around it that you probably will kind of feed yourself kind of at the area that you're at. But as the last tray is placed down, the door that you guys entered opens up, and the king and queen stroll into the room. Everybody at the table stands up.
Right, stand up too.
And are you standing on the chair?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I move the cushion first? I don't want to put my feet on it.
You can stand on the chair.
Okay.
It's fine. It has a little place where you like put your feet. You can just stand up.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. No, yes.
Yeah. Right? It is a high chair.
It is.
Up we go.
So everyone stands up. The king and queen walk into the room. She is dressed identically as you saw her before, with the orangish and red colored dress. Very lively. She kind of glides across the floor. Doesn't look like she ever actually, like, she steps, but she doesn't look like she ever contacts the floor. Like, she just kind of gracefully kind of slides as she walks. Either that, or she is just that agile that she just kind of flows like water almost. King Corvis is wearing more of like traveling gear. So he kind of has like a button down traveling shirt with traveling pants. He still has a different looking visor that covers his eyes, that you cannot see his eyes. And he comes in and he says, you may be seated. And he just kind of waves his hand, and that universal sound like Catholic church, man. Everybody sits down.
Sorry.
How cute, Philip. How cute. So they make their way to the end of the table, and he pulls her chair out. She sits to his left, and
Other left.
he scoots her in, and then he sits at the head of the table. The chair to his right is still empty, and he says, "We would like to welcome our guests for dinner this evening. They are going to be doing some adventuring for the Queen and I." And he says, "So, help yourself to dinner." And he kind of looks out the window, and he says, "I believe curfew starts soon." And then he lifts his tray off, and as he lifts the little thing off, the servants or the people who brought the food reach across the table and grab the lids and pull them all off. This is probably the most well-prepared meal you probably have ever had in your life. Think a French chef cooking for you individually without knowing anything that you like. But he has made the best lobster, any kind of fancy meal thing that you possibly want. He's got it on the table. And
Right.
and it's almost, it doesn't feel like ritualistic, but it's almost very like the king will cut his meal, and then like everybody like,
follows that. Now we're
into the thing. And so
Meanwhile, I'm over here sneaking bites before he even cuts it open. Be like, hope he doesn't see this.
you can tell he kind of just glances around the room. You can't ever really tell if he's looking at you because he has that visor on. You can't see his eyes. You can't tell if he's looking at you or notices you or anything.
Or even awake.
Yeah. Or it's even, even there.
He's sleepwalking.
Right. So, do you follow in the rhetoric of how
I
he eats,
do.
or do you just do your thing? Obviously, Meg is attempting to do her own thing.
I follow.
I
He
would
doesn't-
started out just like cutting my meat until I realized that nobody else was.
He will pause as he notices you kind of like doing your thing, and he will say, "You'll have to forgive me. We don't have guests very often, but feel free to eat how you'd like. This is how we do dinner at the keep. If you want to eat at your own pace, by all means."
Oh, it's on then. Time to eat.
and now
Oh no.
and now you have like a whole table that has now kind of acknowledged that you're not eating like they are, and so they are eating in like the rhetoric, and you now get glances.
Just watching us every
People looking
It's
at
fine.
you. It's delicious.
Yeah,
So,
we're not
as
here.
you're eating,
Mm.
the only thing is, they don't under any circumstance. If you smash all the mashed potatoes, there are no seconds.
Mm.
When you finish the thing,
Ah,
it's done.
Mm.
Hmm.
it hurts my soul a little bit.
I mean, how? Like, is it like mashed potatoes, or is it like mashed potatoes?
It's enough that, like, if you can picture it in your head, if you wheel a platter down to the end of the table, it's enough for probably 4 of you to eat. So there's the mashed potato tray is enough for 4 servings. So if Meg eats 4 servings of mashed potatoes,
Nobody else gets
nobody gets any. But if everyone shares, everybody gets, a quarter of the mashed
Hi.
potatoes.
So it's kind of like a small plates thing.
Kind
You
of.
did go for the
Yeah.
potatoes first, didn't you?
Absolutely. That's the first thing I saw.
Hey, do you make any kind of like motions to like, hey, can I have seconds? Can I have more of this? Like, do you recognize that, or you just kind of it's done and you realize that the people who brought the plates and stuff, and like once they've pulled the lids off, they just stand against the walls of the room, like, and they don't move. They don't like they're not like stone or anything. They just stand there.
Okay.
They don't refill your drink. They
Oh.
don't. There is no seconds of anything at the table.
Well, I'm probably now choking on food if there are
Like, I drank all my drink. Now I ate all this bread, and now I'm dying.
Yeah.
See, there is combat when we eat.
There might
Philip's
be because
dying, and we're not even rolling dice.
are there any open spots that might have drink that is not currently being used?
Or jugs. No jug.
Nope. You
Well,
have a cup. And
guess-
the cup.
I just slide my cup over to him.
And I'll just kind of look at him and be like, I'll give you my drink if you give me your portion of the mashed potatoes.
You just like
I absolutely did.
Trading food. And
I'm satisfied with this decision. I'll drink later.
She can have the spud.
Okay. So again, you can't ever feel that he's watching you, but you feel that he's always watching you.
I have 2 cups. Just
The queen will kind of clear her throat, and she grabs her cup and she raises it up, and everyone stops eating. You guys,
except for that one.
you don't have to. He's giving you permission to eat however you want, but everyone else. at the
No,
table has stopped eating.
yeah.
I'll
If
stop.
nobody's eating, I will stop eating. But
it's a toast type. So
yeah,
So she
that's
just kind of raises her cup, and she says, in a very kind of soft toned voice, tomorrow you will set out to find my daughter. And she says, and for that, Corvis and I will thank you eternally. And she says, with the cup still in the air, she says, Corvis and I have made a rule at our home that we will not embellish our own wealth when there are people in our realm that go hungry. So, while you stay here, you are more than welcome to engage in breakfast, lunch, and dinner while you're here. But no, food is finite. If we serve you 3 eggs, that's all the eggs you're going to get.
okay.
And Corvus just kind of keeps quiet. He's got his hand up in the air and he just kind of nods his head. And she says, we don't mean to be rude or not, be gracious host, but we don't feel it appropriate that if there are people who are struggling elsewhere, that we would embellish and live a lifestyle that they can't. Do you all agree?
I can respect
I
that.
respect that.
Sure. Do you send food out to these people?
We do.
Does it mean I have to give this cup back?
No, not at all.
Okay.
What our rules are not necessarily to impose upon what you believe. It's we want to explain ourselves, as it's probably strange. We eat the way we eat because we pace ourselves so that way we get our fill. If the slower you eat, the more you savor the things, the more it fills you up. The faster you eat, the more you're going to want, and the more you gorge yourself, and it helps fight that urge. And she says, but more importantly is hopefully you find our daughter. And then she just kind of lowers her head and goes back to whatever she was doing at the table.
All right.
She doesn't ever actually toast and drink. Like, she's obviously drank out of her cup, but it wasn't kind of like a, hey,
No.
and then we're going to toast all together. But you also didn't see anyone else at the table pick their cup up either. She just raised her cup and everyone stopped eating.
Except for the king.
He didn't. He raised his cup.
Right.
And
I didn't toast, yeah.
no, he just raised his cup. Okay. So with that, there's almost, I don't say there's not no chatter at the table, but it's very militant. Like, they follow the order that they eat. They eat until their stuff is done or until they don't want any more. And you will notice that with their rhetoric that they eat, there's a lot of stuff left over. And when they're done, if you guys are done with the process, the king will stand up and take the tray, the lid, and put it over the first platter. And with that, all of the people come back up and cover everything back up. And then reverse order, they take everything out, and you start hearing the sounds of them, like what sounds to be like boxing up the food in the kitchen. Like, they're taking it and you hear it getting taken off the platters and putting into other containers and being boxed up.
Like subdivided.
Yes.
Did we even have anything left in front of us?
I certainly did not.
She's like, absolutely not. I got bread in my pocket.
I mean, it's a dwarf.
Mashed
Come on now.
potatoes in the other.
Oh yeah. I think I'm set for the night.
I doubt she stuffed any mashed potatoes anywhere, but probably anything that wouldn't squish in her pocket is probably in there.
Definitely for some
make
bread, a couple
All right.
rolls.
So after they've cleaned the table, the king will get out. There's a guy that comes in, has a big tray, looks like cloths, and the king will actually wipe down the area he ate, and queen will do the same, and they will clean the area, the seat they sat in, and then turn the towel back over, and he will ask that you clean your area and do the same. And they will bring towels around.
Prestidigitation. I'm cleaning everything.
He looks at you and says, we prefer if you use the cloth, please.
This is cleaner, but fine.
There's just an order to things. young
Does
lady.
that mean I can't lick my plate? That not an option.
He kind of chuckles and says, we assumed you probably licked your plate beforehand.
I'll keep it in concentration, and prestidigitation will clean the towel
Sure.
as well.
Yep.
Because technically, it's more dirty than my powers.
Probably.
So, yes.
Right. So he puts his towel back on the rack that came out. And you see him kind of raise his hand to Peter, and Peter will walk over to the wall and he will open a panel. And inside it's just like a little handle looking thing. And he grabs the handle and he pulls it 3 or 4 times, and you hear all the little bells in the castle ring. And the king will raise his hand and say, ladies and gentlemen, it is time that we must all retire for the evening. Curfew hits the Empire.
Do I know why there's a curfew? Asking the seer, of course.
Roll it.
Society, I
Mhm.
take it? That's going to be a 23.
Generally speaking, the society in Emberfell has a kind of a ritualistic superstition about not being out when the sun is not out. They have this kind of long ingrained, almost mentally twisted idea of, we are not necessarily children, or we're products of the sun. We kind of like the whole city is kind of light based. So when the sun goes down past behind the mountain, it's time to shut this shit down.
Understood.
You guys know that the further away you get from the keep in actual Emberfell, there are bells that ring at curfew. The further away you get, most people don't honor or don't kind of dabble with the curfew. So it may be just kind of like the king and queen have this, they're kind of got these jaded glasses on that they think everybody is doing the same thing. But that's what you know. Like, you know that you've been out after dark tons of times. But you've also heard the stories of why the curfew exists.
All right.
He says, Peter, show them to their rooms. And Peter will walk you right back up the stairs where you took you to the rooms in the first place, and he'll stand at the end of the stairs and will watch you all go into your rooms.
Sounds good.
Does anyone try to come out in the evening? Or do you all go to bed?
As much food as I just ate, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, probably bed.
Sleepy time.
We need to get up in the morning and
It's either
find
that or
that
they're going to
daughter.
find me napping in a hallway somewhere.
See, I go to sleep and then I wake up about a couple hours later to eat those rolls that I stole.
So
And
snacking in the
after I
middle.
finish them off, I go back to bed and then I'm good.
Microwatch. Need you to do what I told you to do earlier.
Do the damn thing.
So you all settle in and you all find yourself asleep. And we're going to focus for just a second on our friend Siswick.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You, young lady, settle into sleep and you have yourself a dream. One would even say, maybe a nightmare.
Okay.
In your nightmare, in your dream, in your waking time of sleep, you are standing on a hillside, looking down upon a ruined tower. You know exactly what this tower is. You know exactly where this tower is. And you know exactly what's inside of this tower. And you know the deal you made with the person inside that tower. And as your dream progresses, it follows you as you walk down a path. The path leads to the tower. The tower door is standing just ajar. And as the compulsion pulls you in to open the door, you press the door open, and there's an inky blackness like you've never seen before in your life. As you press the door open, the door pushes into this inky blackness, and it almost like the door disappears. And as the door disappears into the blackness, you start seeing this black tendrils kind of crawl up your hand. And it feels cold. And this stuff is crawling up your hand at a pace that it's going to be at your shoulder, in your chest,
Can I stop
up
it?
your neck, and probably about 6 to 8 seconds.
Can I stop it?
How are you going to try?
Uh, I mean, I'm going to try and do prestidigitation, try to clean it off, try to push it back.
So you cast prestidigitation, and you watch as the magic shoots from your hands, and it shoots down your arm, trying to press against these tendrils. And all it's doing is wherever the tendrils are not, it's just starting to burn your skin off of your arm, where your prestidigitation is touching your skin.
Going to try to wipe it off on building, just trying to get it off.
Okay, so you're wiping it off, and I don't know if you've ever like the sound of like just sloughing off skin off of your arm. It's just like
What?
and just the skin is just coming right off of your arm. Underneath what you have revealed, not unlike a snake, you have sloughed off this old, battered, bruised, maybe even weathered or battle-hardened skin. And underneath of you on your arm is this golden tan skin that is supple and smooth and soft to the touch. And the black ichor doesn't go across that skin. So as it progresses up your arm, as you're looking at this, it's still progressing up your arm, into your chest, up your neck. And the skin of yours is just like melting off your arm, off of your chest, off the side of your neck. And underneath, you're just revealing this kind of radiating figure that's underneath. And
But it burns.
It burns if you touch it. And it burns if you do put magic on it. But as you just stand there and watch it happen, it doesn't hurt you at all. As it works its way up your neck and into your face, you feel these tendrils kind of get to where your eye is, and these tendrils just kind of latch on to the under part of your eye. And not unlike the lithid tadpole, it just lurches into your eye.
Nope.
And the side of your face just kind of melts away, revealing a figure that's not you.
Can I see it? How am I seeing it?
You just can see it. It's like you're a third party watching this happening to you.
You're watching yourself.
You're watching yourself. And as this side of your face just kind of melts away, it's like the lights turn on, you snap kind of out of yourself, and you turn out of the tower. You know what's in the tower. You know who's there. You know where it is. And you know what deal you made. And as you turn around and you look back up the hill that you came down, you see the dead bodies of your adventuring party laying at the top of the hill. And at the top of the hill, you see a flag with a symbol on it that you don't recognize. And with that, your consciousness snaps back to your body. You snap awake and you sit straight up in your bed. You are covered in sweat. And it's almost like you've had a pitched fever dream.
That's not how it happens. That's not okay.
Microwatch, you can turn the light back on.
Wake up and start drying myself off. That's not going to happen like that.
The rest of you sleep soundly.
Hmm.
It's
Why?
probably the most
Sounds
comfortable
good.
sleep that you've ever had. You are fatigued in the morning, young lady. And with that, we're going to go take our break, and we'll be back to see what kind of shenanigans Siswick and friends
Sizzwick and
get into. We'll be right back. and welcome back. So we have a couple things real quick before we dive back in. We have some exciting news here at Elite Encounters. We were invited back to PopCon Indy to take place. This is our second time being there. That is April 26th through the 28th at the Indianapolis Convention Center, downtown Indianapolis. So if you are in the Indianapolis area or want to be in the Indianapolis area on April 26th through the 28th, you can come check us out at Indy PopCon. We're usually in the free gaming hall. So there's a big room that has free admission. You don't even need a badge. You can come in and play board games and stuff like that. We usually set up in there, and we'll run a weekend's worth of events out of Indy PopCon. So we're super excited to go back there. So PopCon Indy, thank you very much for inviting us back, and we hope that we do you proud.
Indeed,
So-
indeed.
Yay.
With that, yes, can I help you? You in the back.
What campaign are you doing?
Oh, that's all surprise. We haven't we don't reveal that information. It's way too far out for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
All right. With that being said, we're going to jump back into where we left off. So you all had a great night's sleep, and you are woken up to the sound of the little bell
Oh,
ringing.
yeah. We all had a great night's sleep.
Hey, it's the royal we, okay? It's the royal we.
Mm.
I'm up immediately because that means
Sizwick,
breakfast.
I need you to roll me a perception
Because that
check.
means breakfast.
23.
23. On the nightstand next to your bed is a bracelet. It is a leather-bound bracelet and has a clasp on the bottom.
So have anything indented into the leather? Anything like that?
It's about this thick. It's just worked leather with a clasp on the bottom that looks like it kind of like an easy release catch clasp.
No note to anything.
Nothing.
Well, it's not mine. Pick it up and take a look.
Perception check.
17.
17. Now that you're holding it in your hand, you vaguely remember in your dream, nightmare, night terror, premonition, whatever that was, that
Mm.
you had a bracelet on your right arm. Looked just like that.
There's nothing else to it.
Just a leather band with a clasp on the bottom.
Well, if I'm not wearing it, then that can't exactly come true now, can it?
You never know. Okay, the rest of you, you start hearing footsteps in the hallway,
I know what that sound means.
and
I joined the herd.
down for breakfast.
I joined the herd.
Nom nom.
Not
we are
motivated.
all going to the watering hole to graze.
As you are coming out and working your way down the stairs, you get to the first landing where it would then turn to go down the stairs into the foyer. And there is maybe a servant girl, maybe handmaiden, kind of a young lady standing there with her hands kind of clasped. And she kind of looks not agitated, but she kind of looks troubled, standing at the stairs. And those of you who went upstairs yesterday, you know that all of those people went down the other set of stairs, and you have not seen any of these working type class in the keep so far. But the girl is standing there. She's probably 16, maybe 18.
All right.
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of stands as you guys start kind of coming down the stairs. She kind of steps lightly out of the way. And if you acknowledge her, she will, nod back. But she doesn't speak. And unless you stop and want to have a conversation with her, she just will kind of get out of the way while you guys are moving down the stairs.
I'll stop.
Okay.
Are you okay? You seem distressed.
She quickly kind of looks around like, are you talking to me? She doesn't say anything. She just kind of looks around. And she kind of has her hands folded and she's kind of like rubbing her own palm in her hand. You can open up number 1 on your card right there. This is your raw, basic first impression of this person.
Placing that bracelet in a small pouch on my side and coming up on this a little bit after everybody else.
Okay. Do you guys keep trugging down the stairs as he kind of slows down to
I
stop?
stop with him.
Okay. If you all stop and kind of pause at this thing, you can all open up your number 1 card on the table. For those of you who are watching the stream, I like to record down first impressions. What characters get when they meet people who may be impactful, they may not be impactful, but it gives them a unique role-playing experience to where I'm not exactly asking for perception checks and then telling them what they feel or what they know. I'm letting them know what they know on a card, and then they can role-play it however they want. So each other don't even have any idea what each other's first impressions are of this person. So it gives them kind of a unique experience to figure out what they're going to tell each other or what they're not going to tell each other and what they feel about this person.
All right.
So, observing, like her hand, she's holding her hands,
Mhm.
and in her hand, there's a flask that looks like there's something in it. And she just seems agitated while holding it. So, like, is there anything that I can do to help you with this? Do you need something?
She pulls out from what looks to be like a bag that's under her dress, like side of her dress. She kind of flips, it's more like an apron, kind of flips her
Right.
apron out of the way, opens up a little bag and pulls out a notepad and writes to you.
So,
And
speak. Okay.
and she writes to you and says that my name is Callista, and I am the handmaiden to the princess. And she rips the paper off and hands it to you.
Can you speak? Or okay, so this is because if you talk, then others may hear. No, so you can't.
She writes, I can't speak.
Okay.
We just don't, this class in the castle doesn't speak. She rips it off and
My apologies. Okay, would it be better if I wrote back to you, or is this fine?
this is fine.
Oh, that's so weird.
Got it.
Kind of looking over his shoulder and reading his notes.
So you're the handmaiden of the princess. Is this hers?
Do you motion at the,
Yeah,
she quickly kind of puts it away.
that's yours. Okay, it's a taboo thing, or is it because you're ill?
She kind of looks nervous. Like
Is
she doesn't quite want to answer the question.
Yeah, I was about to say, is she
You-
pretty much lying to him about that as the princesses? She already kind of looks suspicious to me. So,
Sure. I'll roll a deception check.
Okay. Are you trying to figure out if she's lying to you?
Yeah,
Perception.
deception. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Actually, she would roll if she's trying to deceive you, but she's
Yeah.
not. She's not actively trying to lie.
17. So obviously
I mean,
not.
she-
Lie. Okay.
Is actively not trying to lie to you.
I do not care what you do, as long as you're not hurting anyone in the process. Does that make sense?
Her eyes kind of like quickly, kind of like she's processing what you're saying, but it's like that sounds too good to be true, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
She flips the paper over and writes that she's worried about the princess, and
Right. Does this help with the worry?
she every time that you continue to bring it up, she physically looks like she's done talking about it. Like,
Understood.
you know, she's
Okay.
like,
Hey, I want to make sure you're okay. That is all.
she will nod, but she
Okay.
writes and underlines she's worried about the princess.
Yes.
Okay, this takes too much time. You writing. Is there some place that we can actually talk to you where you
No.
can speak?
Um,
No. Mm.
So, do you have information for us that we may be able to use in our search? Or are you just letting us know that you are worried, severely worried about her?
She kind of like looks around the castle, and you can kind of judge her apprehension to even write about anything else.
Inside job.
And she reaches up and is kind of fiddling with a necklace that's around her neck that is kind of tucked into the top of her shirt.
So it is tucked. We can't see any charm or anything on it.
Roll me perception checks.
Well, that's you said it was tucked, so
It's just in. So she's playing with it. So now it's actively being kind of messed
That's-
with
yeah.
outside of her shirt.
that is 15.
18.
I'm watching her. I'm not necessarily worried about her necklace. It's taking too long to just write and things like that. I only got an 8 anyway, but I'm watching her. There's something not right about the way she's fidgeting, and she's definitely hiding something.
I agree. I feel like
you-
she knows more
did-
than what she's letting on.
Did you roll for perception?
I did. 27.
Holy shit. Okay. So as she's fiddling with the necklace, she just kind of happens to turn just right in the light, and the light kind of hits that necklace, and you can see that encast on the little locket is the symbol of that sunrise, and the symbol that's on that is like, it looks like it's solid gold. So whatever that necklace is probably either A, doesn't belong to her, or is the most expensive thing that her entire family owns, or was given to her as a gift. So
Gold is.
it definitely feels like it originally doesn't belong on her.
Did you point that out? The necklace, or is that something we all got?
She's playing with it. So
Okay.
she saw the emblem on it because of her high roll, and just saw the light just happened to hit it just right, and she was able to pick up the sunrise on it while she was kind of messing with it in her hand. So unless she has that conversation right here in front of everybody,
Right.
then
What was it?
Can I get a couple rolls for later use? One religion, one society.
Yep.
You're worried about her, but do you have any ideas of where she might be or
Okay.
who took her?
she nervously, as you're talking to her, she can kind of feel your judgment, I guess, at her. And she will nervously, even though he's already asked kind of the very similar question and she kind of refused to answer, she will nervously look at you and very quickly look around the castle, and like the fastest nod you've ever seen in your life, she goes like that, and then right back to not saying anything.
This not talking thing isn't working for me.
Castle operations question. Is your cast allowed to leave? Like, do you go out into the market and all that stuff ever? Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Do you speak to each other in your rooms?
They're not allowed to talk. Ever.
She will write on a paper and give it to you, and she, you know, I was my mother has done this her entire life. I was born into this. We are completely taken care of. Everything we need is taken care of by the king and queen. Like, this is what,
Except
this is
for
all
your
I know.
voice.
Like, this is all I know. And she hands it to you.
Except for your voice.
She
That,
like
it's their way.
I've never heard my mother's voice. I've never heard my own voice. I've never heard my father's voice or my brother, or, you know.
It's very
You know,
strange.
and it's
I just slowly
and
start
she's
turning
writing
blue.
that, like, you know, and you know, they've never heard my voice, and my father's never heard my voice, and Alana has never heard my voice, and she just keeps.
As a handmaiden, you're very close with Alana.
Mhm. She, when you mention her name, and she kind of goes back to the necklace.
I don't want to impose, but you like her more than like a servant to like the person you're taking care of, like a friend.
She gets visibly embarrassed.
It's
Like-
okay. No. It's fine. That's okay. That's why you are super worried, because feelings. That's a good thing.
I need perception checks from everybody.
10.
Better than me.
Also 10.
9.
28.
9.
28, 22. Okay. You, as you guys are having this conversation, you see her eyes go like this and dart like down the stairs, and you two hear the sounds of footsteps approaching kind of the direction out of the dining area, and she looks, and like dread, like worry comes over her face, and she goes up the stairs.
She knows something.
Wonder if she knows who took her.
And whichever one of you got the impression about the markings, they are on the inside of the palm of her, on both of her hands.
You know what? How about I go cause a distraction and you guys go speak with her some more?
But breakfast.
Yeah.
You can come to breakfast.
Meg's about to have strokes. Should have breakfast.
You can come to breakfast, Meg, and have some food and cause a
Actually,
distraction.
let's go to breakfast. I'm gonna spill some wine on me. Whatever. Make a mess. Then I'll go up there and get my stuff cleaned.
All right.
Is that going to be enough of a distraction?
That'd be a reason for him to leave.
If it's not enough time for him to come back, then I'll distract more.
Yeah.
If the meal ends before then.
I'm not hungry. Anyway.
I'll take your helping then.
I'm tired, not necessarily hungry either. But
So, someone's walking this way.
Yeah, well, these two audibly hear footsteps. You guys all saw her eyes go like this and look down the stairwell, and then she turned and went up the stairwell.
Can I get a second perception check because information's changed?
Sure.
Yeah. 20.
Natural or dirty?
Modified 20.
Yeah, dirty
Okay.
20.
A dirty 20.
What are you looking for?
Well, she made a reaction that I didn't hear. I'm just trying to
So she glanced down the stairs, and as you turn and
connect
kind of
dots here.
you now hear the footsteps. You see Marie and Meg kind of looking down the stairs and then shifting the same direction that they moved, and so you now hear the people approaching.
Awesome. So, reading the situation, and I'm gonna kind of push everyone down the stairs, like nudge. Let's go that way.
Please don't push me down the stairs.
No, just the whole gentle, hey, the big arms thing, corralling people down this, say we're motioning to go this way. So we separate. It's good. No, we separate and then minimize her risk.
Okay.
Whatever they say.
So you guys go down, and as you guys are kind of coming down the stairs, Peter is coming around the corner, and he's like, "Did we miss the bells this morning?"
We're coming.
The bell woke me up. I had to get ready.
Oh,
Apologies.
well, we don't want your breakfast to get cold. Plus, we all can't start eating until everyone's there.
Let's go.
Well, I'm sorry we held you guys up. Much appreciated for come checking on us.
So again, he walks you to the door and says, "Your seats are here at the end of the table. You can sit wherever you like. Would you like a high chair?"
Absolutely.
Perfect. And he'll go over and get the chair, and he'll wait for you to tell whichever seat you're going to sit in,
Oh,
and then he'll sit it down.
Hmm.
Go over to where he is. Just like dinner, the guys come in, trays, run the little gauntlet, and the trays slide down the table. Everything's there. King and queen come in. He walks up to the head of the table, pulls out her chair. Everybody stands up. She sits down. He pushes her in, goes to the head of the table, pulls off the front platter, and the people come up and pull all of the platters off and take the lids back. And what you have in front of you this morning is just like fruit trays. You have like breads and muffins. There's some sausage and bacon and like breakfast meats. There's some eggs. It's just very like it's typical kind of breakfasty stuff, but there's lots of fruits, and lots of like healthy sugar kind of stuff on the table this morning.
Some protein.
And there's bacon, bacon and sausage and stuff. If that's
Eggs.
yeah,
Eggs is protein.
absolutely. So
eggs and fruit.
Boots and pants. Eggs. Oh.
Eggs and
Um,
yeah.
What is the beverage of choice? Or the beverage?
they'll ask you what you want.
Do you have something like a breakfasty wine? Something red? Sweet?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything expensive. I'm just like, I'll take a port, even.
Sure. They'll bring out whatever it is that you ask for. They'll bring it and fill your cup. And again, you
One and done.
one and done.
Well, I know that now.
Pace myself now.
And I'll try to be more to their customs and follow theirs. I'm not surprised by the mass amount of food this time, so I'll
Breakfast feels really different. It's not quite as
also now I'm awkward and out of
handheldy
place
because
again.
It's not.
Now we're waiting.
Well, there's not the same thing on every platter. Like,
Okay.
There's just kind of fruit, right?
Mhm.
So it just whatever platter happens to be in front of you is kind of what fruit you get. So it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, everybody has chicken and everybody has mashed potatoes.
Gotcha.
So, but he will dish out his part, and it's very similar. Like you kind of eat on his timing. Like when he's
Mhm.
done eating, you can be done when you're done, but when he's done,
Everybody's done.
everybody's done.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna eat the same way I did yesterday. I don't care what they think. I'm just gonna
Am I in a fruit
get
section of
my
the table?
bacon and
Sure.
Okay. Because if not, I would get up and move my chair to a fruit section of the table.
yeah, you
There's
might
fruit
want
at
to.
every section.
Okay. Okay.
It's just
Different
some has
fruit in every
watermelon,
section.
some
Yeah.
have
Okay.
grapes,
Okay.
some
Okay. Okay.
have.
I'm
know.
caught up now. Gotcha.
So I purposely got the wine. I'm gonna take a drink, and then it's gonna slip
Mhm.
as I'm putting it back on the table. I'm gonna pour it down my front there.
Okay. Roll me
Deception.
deception.
Oh no. He's got to make this believable now.
Actually,
Whoops.
does a 14 work?
Are you explicitly trying to make it to where nobody knows that you're doing it on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I feel like it's not good enough,
14.
I'm going to seem annoyed, say a prayer to myself, use
That seems ostentatious.
Mm-hmm.
Dear me, thank you for being me.
not me, not the prayer to myself. I'm going to say it quietly,
Yeah.
but I want to use
Oh, okay.
scholarly recollection, which allows me to roll twice to take the higher of the two on a perception check, or
Okay.
not perception check. Well, it's recalled knowledge. Hold on. Never mind, it won't work.
Okay.
But
So
I'm just annoyed.
you can tell that probably 90% of the table, you've 100% got them bought. You can't tell if Corvis knows because you can't tell if he's looking at you. The queen doesn't even bat an eye to look in your direction.
Doesn't care, or
You don't know. But one of the hands will come up and help you. They'll pull the chair back from you, and pull out the napkin and try to start blotting it up.
I got it. Thank you. My apologies, my liege lady. I seem to have inadvertently soiled my armor. And that's phrasing inappropriate. I apologize, but I need to go clean this up. Is there a place where I can go to have my garments?
You have a washroom attached to your room. You can excuse yourself.
Thank you. Breakfast was amazing, but I am finished. If anyone would like my
Jeffrey,
yeah.
pack his things in a bag. He can take it with him.
thank you.
And the guy who was trying to wipe you off will get up, and he, you can almost hear the audible,
Whoa.
gasp that they're letting you pack the food and take it from the table. And so he goes and gets a small wooden crate, probably no bigger than probably
Apple
like
box
like
size.
this, yeah, and it's probably about this deep, and he starts placing your stuff in it.
Meg is so angry.
There's just like you put
Opportunity
a plate
gone.
in, and then there's a little wire rack that goes over the plate, and then you can put another plate on top of that, and then another little wire rack, and so whatever you had in front of you will be stacked in this box, and then he will take it and hand it to King Corvis, and then go back to his spot.
Like,
at
what
the
do I
table.
do?
100%. So
Uh,
you have excused yourself from the room.
so I'm going to go upstairs and buy. Is anyone around? They're all eating or working.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go right upstairs and go right to where she was.
Okay, so you go up the stairs. You haven't seen her before except for down on the
Oh.
stairwell.
But I
So
saw her go up.
You
Yeah.
you did go up the stairs. So when you work your way to the floor where everyone is working, it is quiet. There's no one is working.
Okay.
So at the end of that hallway is a long set of stairs that go down to the other side of the keep.
I'll proceed.
Okay, you go down. For what you were to presume to be like the hired help side of the keep, these are immaculate looking stairs. They're well kept and clean, carpeted. Everything looks exactly the same, well maintained. And you get to the bottom of the stairs, and there's just like it goes down the stairs, and then there's just a set of double doors right in front of you, and then a single door to your left that's open, and you can see a giant communal table with hot rocks or hot stones with the food cooking on them at the table. So
Oh, nice.
they have the fired rocks that they cook everything on, and then everything is sitting in front of them, literally cooking at the table. And it looks to be that the male, all the males are cooking for all of the females. The females are all sitting at the table, and the guys are cooking and serving them what would to be their food at the time that you're walking into this room.
Got it. Doing a quick scan of the room. Do I see her?
Sure. She's sitting at one of the tables. She is facing the door that you walked in, and she, like, you can see her eyes go as you walk into this room.
Like, oh shit.
Just, I mean, anyone that's on that wall that's looking at you, like, their eyes go, and that whole table kind of like looks and gets kind of like, and you start seeing people turn around and looking your direction.
I apologize for interrupting. I soiled my armor and I don't know how to get the stain out because it's wine. Would any of you be willing to assist me?
You see
briefly?
her hand
Her hand?
come up, and she will get, like, almost instinctively just kind of get up and start moving towards you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I know it's mealtime and mealtime is short, but
Her mother kind of nods like in approval as she gets up from the table, and this looks more like what you guys know. Like, they're eating kind of haphazardly. They're not necessarily all eating together, kind of in pace. But they'd also look like they have a little smaller portions, obviously. But she gets up and she comes over to you, and will kind of like usher you back up the stairs to the the wash area.
all right.
And she gets you into like the washroom, where she was like on the left hand side there when you go up, and she will kind of look at you like,
What the hell?
right.
Sorry. I wanted to make sure we got all the information. This was all purposeful, and I don't mean to put you.
She pulls out her paper and she writes on the paper, "You don't belong down there," and hands you the paper.
I don't belong in the other place either. I'm not royalty. I'm a guest.
Yes, eat with the king.
I'm hired to find the person that you have feelings for. So I want to make sure I get all the information I can so we can find her and bring her home. That's more important than the pomp and circumstance that is eating with the king. So I could care less about that. My job is now to save someone, and I will die trying to do it. So I need to know everything you're willing to share, so I and my compatriots can go and do our job to bring her home to you.
At the mention of you saying that you'll die trying to try to bring her home, you see a little kind of tear kind of well up in the side of her eye, and she quickly kind of wipes it away. And she has her left hand is kind of around that locket, and she will take a piece of paper, not out of her notebook, that is folded up and like in the bottom of her boot. Like she will take the boot off, reach in and grab this paper, and she will hand you the paper. And as she hands you the paper, she will leave the room before you even have a chance to open the paper. And she will like dismiss herself out of the room.
I believe it got the point across. All right. Wonderful. So I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna put it in my boot.
Okay.
Seems like a good place to do it.
Ching, ching.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing?
I got a flat tire, guys. Come on. I got a rock in my boot.
Snake in my boot.
Yeah. So
And wine on your armor.
right. Were we able to get the stain
Mhm.
out? And awesome. So I will then return back.
She will actually, while you were having the conversation, she will actually like help you out of your chest piece if you wear your armor to breakfast. I don't know if you wore it to breakfast or if it was just the shirt.
I probably shouldn't wear my armor to,
I mean,
you know.
but she will take your shirt and she'll put it in the solution, and she will write to you that it has to soak to get the wine out, and she will go into the other side of the room, on the other side of the hallway, and grab you a shirt off the line.
It's like identical to the one that I had, or close
It
to it?
is way higher quality than the shirt that you have on, and she will give it to you.
Yeah.
It's probably like the equivalent of like a silk shirt. It's
Yeah.
really high quality material.
Like you don't want dirt to even be near it.
Right.
Wonderful.
Seems like the perfect adventuring shirt.
Yeah.
We should wear it every day.
Oh, I will. Wonderful. So yeah, I'll put that on. Put everything back on and dismiss myself from the room.
Okay.
Our staterooms, are they? You have to go like the stairs. These are going up. Then we have to go down, go into our hallway, and come back. So I'm going to come in and go to our hallway.
Mhm.
Make sure I go in there.
Yep.
Look like I did some stuff. And then go downstairs just so like because they'll notice I have a different shirt on. Like I couldn't get the stain out, so
Right.
I went and found somebody.
But
If they care.
so you come back in. As you come back in, the king and queen are kind of cleaning, having everything cleaned up. The food is being retracted off the table. The gentleman is coming out with the cloth, and everyone is kind of cleaning their spots. That part is very similar to dinner. It's all pack everything up, clean your area, and then they go back into the kitchen, and you hear them breaking that stuff back down into what is you assume to be those apple crates, essentially. And as you come into the room, Corvis will take the apple crate and hand it to Jeffrey and point at you, and Jeffrey will take the crate to you, and with like amazement in his eyes, he will hand you this crate. On the side of the apple crate is burned into the side of the crate. It says Emberfell Empire on the side.
Like a shipping
Yeah.
container.
Like a wording burned into the side of the crate. And he will hand you the crate, and he will turn around and dismiss himself from your presence. The
Awesome.
king and queen, after they clean their spot, they will walk toward the door, and they will say, "We hope that you enjoy your breakfast, and we hope your travels are safe, and we hope that you find our daughter and bring her home."
We'll do our best.
Unfortunately, Aurora and I don't have any further information as to her disappearance, who took her, where she might be, but we trust that. And he kind of with the visor on, he kind of glances around, and you can kind of feel him looking at each one of you. We trust that that's what your skills are for, is to find her. And he said, after you, honey. And he holds the door, and she kind of lowers her head, and you see kind of a little smile kind of half cross her face, and she just kind of gracefully kind of glides out of the room.
Is this almost creepy floating? Like,
It's not like unnatural, like she's dead or something, but it's very like, think of like someone who's if you're gonna put it into weird game mechanical terms, like their dexterity is like a 29.
okay.
Like they just walk with an eerie peace and gracefulness.
Cat like Grace.
Yes. Okay, so you're all left standing in the foyer with the king and queen have just dismissed themselves, and they have gone up the same set of stairs that you guys go up. But you presume that the double doors at the end of the hallway may be their room.
Well, we're supposed to find their daughter, and the only piece of information we have is that she possibly was taken by Sunstone cultists. Has anybody even heard of those?
Religion?
Oh, I wasn't for that, but I can.
Religion? Religion? You don't have to use that roll for that. You can roll.
I'll roll religion.
I take it I
Nope.
can't check again, can I?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
What do I know with a nat 1?
Absolutely nothing. What is religion?
24.
Exactly.
19.
24. Okay. The Sunstone cultists are a basic information. Sunstone cultists are a group of followers that believe that there is a relic, a religious relic called the Sunstone, and it is something that this religious order is questing to continually to try to obtain or create or find, and they have kind of idealized this relic to the point of becoming fanatical about it. For the 24, the Sunstone is a religious symbol and a cultural iconic symbol as well. They are called two totally different things, but they're called the exact same thing, but they are two totally different things. They are called the Sunstone.
Right.
One is the thing that the cultists are looking for. The other is the gem that sits atop of the sundial in the middle of Emberfell. It's like the cornerstone piece of the sundial, which was the first erected implement of grandeur in the city. The cornerstone piece of that monument is called the Sunstone. It is, but the word Sunstone is used for two different things.
So, Sunstone, the thing, is that what the cult worships or is fanatical about, or is it different?
The cult believe that it's something completely different other than the stone at the top of the
Okay.
sundial.
Got it. So, yeah, that makes sense. And then there's an entire culture around it, which is the whole city is kind
Correct.
of
Yep.
around that. So it's really three things. Like there's the crazy side of things, there's the practical side. It's just there because it's pretty and it works. And then there's the culture built around the pretty thing that works. And then the themselves like, oh my god, it's the thing. But they don't think that is the thing.
Right.
Cool. Got
So
it.
what would they want with the princess?
What would they want with the princess?
Leverage. I want to make an occult roll.
Okay.
on the cult.
Okay.
Because where there's cults, there's usually wooch.
So how much of this are you sharing? And are you just talking openly about this in the foyer of the castle?
No.
Okay. So what are you doing? Because again, I can presume you're standing outside the kitchen door because you don't tell me you're going anywhere else.
My apologies. I'm not good at describing things.
No,
Because
it's not just you. It's not just you.
No, it's
we
not.
should we should get heading out
Yeah,
and see
let's
what we
head
can
out.
find.
I'm making mental notes, organizing stuff, thinking about things. Then I will report back. So I'm like, is basically all I got when I got that.
Sure.
So I would like an occult roll.
Sure.
Stop falling off of things. 13 plus 5 is 18.
The Sunstone cultists are a foundational triad of a group of cults called the Cinder Citadel.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Right, that double alliteration thing going on. Okay. Is that all that I get from that?
Mm-hmm.
Works for me. Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna make. Okay, okay, that makes sense. And then I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And I walk out with him.
Okay.
All right.
So you all go grab your stuff and you head out. Yes?
Yes.
With my box of stuff.
With your box of food.
I just hand it to her.
Oh yeah, I'll take the food.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't promise that it'll still be in the box, but I'll watch over
I'm
it.
giving you the food. Eat it.
Oh really? That's exciting.
I think you've made a friend for life.
If we
Very
get
much, if
if
you
we
give
get to
me
a point where I
food.
feel like it's safe speaking a little more openly in the halls, I will bring the markings to the group's attention. No, I don't know.
No, not here.
Shh. All right. So
Shut him the fuck up.
Much like how orderly and militant dinner and breakfast was, your dismissal from the castle is just as abrupt and orderly.
Oh.
As you guys are like, oh, we should probably kind of start heading out. Peter comes walking in and he goes, well, we hope that breakfast has satiated your need for food. We've had the quarters cleaned and all of your things have brought to
Oh shit! It's alright.
and he says, the king says that you were the king and queen said that you were allowed to stay through breakfast. Breakfast is over.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Bye.
they will hand you your things
Mhm.
in whatever bag you brought them in, and that was in the room. And if you didn't put them in a bag, they will just hand you armfuls of folded stuff that was yours.
I mean, I put my things in my
there was-
sister's
if
bag,
there
and
was-
she carries
Yeah,
them
if there was
because that's how
nothing
that
in your
works.
room, then they just cleaned your room and you're just good to go.
And he will probably just stand there and wait
100% with the door open.
Waiting.
until we're off property.
Mhm.
All right.
Not being rude, but being rude.
Yeah.
As you walk out the door, he will say, may the sun light your travels, and
Close the door.
shut the door.
Before we can even respond. All right. Well, fuck that guy.
I'm sure it'd be.
I'm sure it
Wait.
would be extremely boring.
Yeah. All right, here's a right angle. Here's another right angle. Done.
So,
Let's go to the bar.
The Emberlight Inn?
Yeah. Let's go there.
yes.
I left some things there that I need to pick up before we leave town.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so you guys work your way back to the Emberlight Inn, where Marcus is behind the bar. And if you remember, it's a cream kind of colored building with burnt orange stained glass windows. The smell of the spiced cider is permeating out through the building, not unlike the smell of baked bread from a bakery. So It's almost kind of supernatural how the smell of a drink is like wafting through the air and kind of calls you in.
So,
Push the
how are we
door
going
open.
to
It's
find
pretty,
this cult?
pretty early. There's not anyone on the stage. There's a couple of guys face down on the table that look like
Already.
that they may
Yes.
have been there.
Okay, they
Or
haven't.
still.
Okay,
from
yeah,
the
okay.
night
Okay.
before.
I'm somewhat jealous of their sleeping.
And you have the 6 or so tables that are kind of empty around the bar, around the inn.
Let's get a room so we could have a conversation, and we'll leave.
Why don't we start, just keep moving and have a conversation?
Well, I want to get an ale before we left.
All right. I think we need to be finding these cultists, but,
Yeah,
you know.
So bar wench will come around and she's like, "Oh, you're all back. How was the trip to the keep?
It was great.
Interesting.
I've never been, but I heard it's delightful."
It's a
food
little
is-
too rigid for me.
The food is amazing.
I'm sure it is. Did you know that Marcus got invited to go cook for the king and queen themselves?
Really?
Yeah, they loved his duck so much that they commissioned him to come cook next week on Wednesday.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Duck Wednesday.
It's delicious. They have kegs of our spice cider taken to the keep on the regular. So
I would like a bigger keg because we're actually going to leave town for a while.
like a traveling keg.
And I was wondering if Marcus could keep an eye on my shop.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's locked, but if anybody needs anything, he knows the way to open the door.
Okay.
And just, I trust him.
sure. Yeah, he'll discuss like some basic information with you, and I'll gladly do that. And he'll start preparing the traveling keg for you with complete with like wheelie cart to carry it and things like that, to hook it up, get it into a wagon, stuff like that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Is Marcus known for being a typical bartender and having information?
Marcus knows lots of things.
While he's working on the keg and such, I'm going to walk up. Marcus, have you ever heard of these Sunstone cultists? Or do you know anything about them?
I mean, sure.
What do you know? I bat my eyes too. Oh, come now. I've brought you plenty of money over the years.
Guys gotta live, make a living.
Hmm.
Cover it.
He placed his coin in his hand, apparently.
He'll take it and it really kind of, it's more of the nuance of the gesture. It really kind of doesn't matter what coin you put in his hand. It's I'm not going to be the guy that just willy-nilly
It's the
gives free
principle of the-
information.
yeah.
Right? You've paid for the information. I provided you of the service. I'm not a gossiper. I'm just a man that knows things.
Information.
Right? Exactly. So he will kind of lean over the bar and take his cup, and he's cleaning it out with his rag, and he'll say, "Well, I mean, I know they're one of the oldest religious orders that exist in the town here, but they're part of that triad, that group of what do they call themselves? The Cinder Cartel? No, it's the Citadel, the Cinder Citadel. They hang around those daughters and the weird ones that wear the robes.
Weird ones.
Yeah, they have black robes on. They're really strange.
I believe you.
What else do you want to know?
I mean, what do you know about them? Is there any reason why they possibly might have had something against the king or his daughter?
Well, how much time do you have to chat?
If it gets me what I need all the time.
Well, what?
How much time do you want to spend?
What do you need?
I need to know where I might find them if they took someone, if they actually would have kidnapped the king's daughter. That kind of thing.
All right. Everybody's kind of engaging in this little round table here.
Yep.
Open up your second card.
Oh.
I have some information that may be helpful. Where is my second card?
Oh.
It's hiding.
So over the course of the next probably 40 minutes, you guys will banter back and forth about this cultist group, maybe the triads, maybe the other various cultist groups, maybe the conglomerate of the three of them.
Maybe some weird tattoos.
Your basic information that you are able to ascertain off of the conversation is the sum of what you guys have on those cards right there. So you guys can role play out right now how you guys are going to share that information, where you're going to share that information, where you're going to talk about that information. If it's going to be just an open conversation with Marcus at the bar and you're openly talking about those things, then so be it. If you take Marcus into a back room or upstairs or whatever to have this conversation, then let me know.
So Marcus is telling us this information.
Prime
technically.
Joe, he's a gnome. Ask what race you were.
No, no.
I am a gnome.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So this is the information that we are gathering from the conversation.
Correct.
All right. Perhaps we should go double check that your shop is all set and ready before we head out.
Yeah. Do you have a minute that I can show you where a few of the security devices are on the inside of the shop?
Of course. I'll walk with you.
All right.
He gladly picks up what you're laying down.
What's wrong with your eye?
Oh, no. Okay, so you guys walk around to Yarby's house of things, right? Stuff.
Yeah, Nervy's house of stuff on the corner.
Yeah.
All right.
Shop on the corner.
Good.
Shop around the corner. That's what it
And
was.
I forget. It's like, I'm here or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Turn,
open.
turn the sign to open. And
Open.
The door unlocks.
Yep. Open. Walk in.
Yep.
All the vials and baubles. And
Yep.
stuff
All the
are there.
trinkets and all the stuff and all the good stuff is there.
All right. Shutting the door, locking the door. The sign flips.
Yep. Okay. So you guys now have a generally secure place to have a conversation with Marcus or whatever information that you have gathered.
So is it all of us, or is it just him and Marcus?
It's all
Everybody.
of us.
Okay.
So I had a thought when we were in the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a couple. So the Sunstone cultists, which are the something Citadel. Can't
Yeah.
remember-
The Cinder.
yeah,
Cinder
Cinder.
Citadel.
Citadel. They are the same, correct?
They're
They're not the same.
the Sunstone cultists are a triad, a part of a triad that
Right.
make up that
Okay.
citadel.
Oh, so That's the whole group.
Yes.
So the sorry, I had to get it right. The Sunstone cultists, which is a group of 3 different cults.
Mm-hmm.
One of them being the Cinder Citadel. They follow the Sunstone, as some you know, but they're wanting to find real power because there's the Sunstone, the culture. There's the Sunstone, the sun's like on the top of the item, and yeah. So they're trying to find some ancient power, all of them, and whatnot. So, but to that, also, yeah, that's pretty much what I got. And blah, whatever I missed.
Well, and of course, Alana's handmaiden knew something. She gave a nod that she seemed to think she knew where the princess might be or who took her. Did you happen to ask her that?
I'm sorry.
Did you happen to ask Callista where she might think the princess has gone or who took her? Because she did nod that she was pretty sure she knew who did.
She well, I have a thing. Hold on a moment. Take my boot off, reach in there, air it out because I'm sure it's a little warm.
Oh,
A little warm, a little soggy.
I
A lot of
opened
gross.
the thing. She gave me this.
What is it?
I haven't looked at it. It's paper.
What is
It's
Well-
parchment. It's not like handwritten from her notebook. It's actual parchment.
So, on
Alright.
the parchment that he pulls out of his boot, it is, in fact, folded parchment. It is not like the paper she was writing from her notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And on it, it says in looks like hurry scribbled, but not her handwriting words. It says, "The ash wastes," and then there is a burn mark on the bottom of the paper, like someone has stuck something hot on the paper and it has burned like a mark or a seal or a symbol into the paper.
Is it unrecognizable or is it like
It's
like
very recognizable.
okay?
Is it the crest that is on everything?
It is not.
What is
Oh.
it?
It is, there is a C and then a C.
Is it the Cinder Citadel
Uh-huh.
symbol or is it the Cinder Cartel's
Are
symbol?
you asking about that? Because Marcus is
That's what I'm looking. Do I recognize it perhaps or
you I don't think any of you recognize it.
okay?
Um,
Would that happen to be the Cinder Cartel or the Cinder Citadel symbol, perhaps, Marcus?
He kind of leans in and he says, "That's the cartel symbol, which is kind of the merchant side of the cultist."
What do you mean by merchant side? What exactly do they sell
They're like a gray market.
or buy?
Well, the Cinder Cartel kind of control the black market here in Emberfell. He was telling us about that earlier. Dealing in stolen goods, forbidden artifacts, relics, things of that nature.
So is there a possibility they took the princess?
I mean, it's a strong possibility that they would take just about anything if it's.
If it's got value, they can trade it.
Hmm.
Are you guys planning on going into the waste then?
Yeah.
Seems that way.
Sounds like that's where we're heading.
I don't know.
Don't got
What
much
is
of a
that?
choice.
With the ash wastes,
It's dangerous territory out there. No man's land.
and that's not her writing.
We don't have anything to compare it against, but the person that gave it to us had this in their boot. So they carried this at great risk.
I mean, we kind of do have a way to compare it because the person who gave it to us was doing nothing but writing us notes.
It's her handwriting for sure.
So-
So I'm assuming it's the princesses maybe, or somebody else that has information, and it was quickly written down. This is not, I am doing proper calligraphy. No, this is scrawl. I mean,
What are the ash wastes?
what are the ash wastes? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
Marcus will say, well, it's a place where it's out the Phoenix Gate to the west, and it's a place where the land just kind of got burnt by residual magic and untethered souls, and it's not a nice place.
Untethered souls. You talking spirits and undead and such?
Yeah, the ash wastes are where all the mercenary companies go to make their ends meet.
And some of them don't come back. You had a run-in with one of those, didn't you?
A good majority of them don't come back, and that's what keeps the cartel in order. If you don't come back, they sell your goods
Fair
and
enough.
whatever you were trying to do.
So I'd say we start that. We go there. Also, this, I don't have any proof, but I have a feeling that this gal has more. It's more than a personal relationship. That's what I feel like, at least from her perspective. I don't know. No confirmation. I'm just a feeling, an intuition, if you would. But she's a special person, and we're hired to do a job, and that's the only lead we have, really. So let's go out and see what we can find.
Unless he could possibly talk to the Syndicatel or the.
Make me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, lies. Make me straight wisdom, D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Unless we could actually speak with
It's
the
not bad.
Syndicatel or find a Sunstone cultist that
15.
might know something.
You're about 90% positive that the symbol on her right hand
Mm-hmm.
is those two C's.
And that's what I was going to ask
You're
our little
not
friend.
sure, you couldn't make out what was on her other palm, but you're pretty positive that
It is tied to that.
there's
What?
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
now that you've seen that symbol and kind of putting it
Mhm.
all together,
So what does that? Or I guess I could ask if he would know any correlation between the marking on her and that paper. Does that mean she's a member property, that she's indebted to them?
Are they slavers?
Like
They'll
that's
sell anything.
Yeah, trafficking people is slavery.
That sure sounds like something they would do with someone as high up in royalty like the princess.
Yeah, I
They'd
mean,
probably give her to
Princess
the highest
South would be some
bidder.
pretty-
So it doesn't sound like she's got much time. Honestly, they've got her now.
Marcus will just kind of stay kind of quiet, and he'll be like, obviously I don't deal with purchasing people, but I probably would generally agree if something has a price, they will probably sell it.
So it's not beyond the realm of their capabilities.
I don't think anything's really beyond the realm of their capabilities if the coin is there. But I really should be getting back. I'll definitely keep a watch after your
Sure.
shop for sure.
Some of the guard, you know, the pink elixir that I have that's abysmal.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's terrible. I have a very large quantity of it. Feel free to sell it, and you keep the coin.
Perfect. I'll send my I'll send my stock boys over to get it and bring it to the inn.
Yep. Some of the guards have and they have issue with the food. I guess they can't handle good. So you might tell it to them at a premium, maybe. Depends on how much trouble they give you.
That's fair.
But yeah, just let me know how it goes, and I might give you the formula if you feel like.
Most of them are so full of shit that they don't know good food when it hits them in the face.
Thank you, Marcus.
Oh, of course. I mean, you guys be safe. Like, I don't. It's definitely not for the light-hearted.
As
out
safe
there.
as we can.
Yeah. So,
Um,
hope to see you soon.
Before we depart,
Hopefully.
with my previous roles that I have a 24 in religion, 22 in society. I don't know offhand what that other hand has on it, but would any portion of it lead me to believe any type of significance to it?
So,
Because this one's tied to
based on
an
what
entire
you-
syndicate that we're trying.
based on what you've seen with the girl, she was actively kind of rubbing the inside of that hand.
That hand, okay.
And that looks like a wound
Mm-hmm.
versus
And
her other hand looks like a structured
a-
tattoo on her hand.
Gotcha.
Have you even told us about that?
I have not. I haven't had a chance to really point out the girl's markings and question everybody about it until now.
Maybe she escaped. Maybe she was
And
like
that's
a
what I'm trying to
slave.
figure out.
Wait, can I see that piece of paper? You said it's burned into it. Is
Mhm.
Like a brand.
Huh.
that the same size as what you saw on her hand?
I'll say if you need.
If they're branding people,
Pretty
No.
Damn, it's pretty damn close.
If maybe she. Look,
what is that?
I tried to take something from the damn library and it disappeared from my cleavage. Couldn't take it out of there. There are other magics and such. Maybe she had that in her hand and it burned it into her hand and now they can see who took it.
It's plausible.
That makes
Taking a look at this paper.
I say I couldn't get a close
there
enough
any-
look at the wound
Does this
itself.
look like some kind of arcane trap that went off and that's what's on that paper?
You can roll
Thievery.
Arcana.
Thievery, arcane, either
Yeah,
one?
Arcane, it's fine.
Only a 10 in arcane.
That's your. I mean, you can roll Thievery again. You can roll Thievery if you want.
Thievery of a 20.
Based on it looks like a piece of paper that was probably quickly written on and then burned with the symbol for credibility or believability. Like this is not something I just found on the side of the
Like a notary of
Yes.
some kind. Okay.
instead of a wax seal, it's a brand.
right.
Well, this is the only thing we're going off of.
So the ash
So-
wastes it is.
But whatever it is, it's not looking good.
Sounds like fun.
We should probably shop for some
So
few little
I need
things
some more
to deal
arrows.
with dead things.
part of my studies, I was studying under the great Barnabas, trying to try a different hand at life, and it just did not ever sit well with me. But I've been charged by deity to fight this type of behavior. Slaving is bad, as inflicting horrors upon the innocent. That is no, that will not happen, and I need to make this right. I have to make this right. I don't have a choice. So if you want to go or not, I'm going. I would like y'all to go. I know it sounds fun and scary and whatnot, but
Well, we've already agreed to go when we took the quest, so
no,
kind of have to.
no. The quest was agreed to find her,
Mhm.
but sometimes there are limits that we won't be able to overcome. So I have to give my all. So whatever happens, wherever this leads us, I just wanted to let you know that I will do everything I can to get us there.
Sounds good, but we're still going. I mean,
I know.
As I said,
I just wanted
we're-
to have a damn speech.
apparently.
Tiswick,
Yes.
perception check.
20.
As you're kind of listening to him have this conversation, you notice that you guys kind of start talking as you kind of, much like myself, gesticulate with your hands as you speak. You catch a glimpse of a leather bracelet on your right hand.
Son of a bitch! I take it off.
Take it off.
Yes.
Microwatch, I need you to shut that light off, please. You all see Tiswick's eyes roll in the back of her head as she collapses to the floor. And
It's almost like he knows how you're going to react.
Of course he knows.
Tiswick, as you are convulsing on the floor,
Oh,
you hear in your head, in the most beautiful, melodious voice, "The girl must never make it home." And then you smell the scent of fresh wildflowers and like poppies and just kind of like the most beautiful kind of smell that Siswick could ever imagine. And then just as quickly as the smell comes, it's replaced by the rotting smell of like undeath and just
Oh.
the waste of just ash and just burnt buildings and just decrepitness. And,
Why not?
"Oh, honey, I don't give you all the answers. I just tell you what I want." And then the connection kind of goes silent. And you snap back awake, and your party is standing over you, looking down. And that's where we're going to end our episode this evening.
you son of a bitch.
I'd like to have the
Boo.
final thing before the credits.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, that was a one for terrible ending.
Here, let's see what the ending was. 19. Bitch, please.
Rig.
Rigged.
Rick.
Sears cheating.
All right.
Cheating.
We can't.
With that,
see it.
we're going to wrap up our episode, our second episode of Psychic Promise. If you jumped in the middle and you had no idea kind of what's going on, check it out on YouTube under Elite Encounters. You can go back and catch episode 1 and get yourself caught up. We hope that you enjoyed the story. We're looking at doing this particular story once a month. So it's not going to be something that you have to commit to every single week, but man, we sure would love to have you as we continued with Soul Severed and Psychic Promise as we grow a community here on
Every
Elite Encounters.
Tuesday. Every Tuesday, guys.
And yeah,
Come
so
and
we
see
are
us.
we are absolutely here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. You can hit that follow button and subscribe if you like. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe there. It's free, and it makes a world of difference with all the stuff that we do. I think that's all of my notes. Barnabas, I told you I wouldn't forget to beg and plead for these people to follow us and to follow us on YouTube. So I have done my part. So with that, that's gross. With that,
Crazy.
thank you very much.
Depends on which bard.
I mean, that's true. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time on Elite Encounters.
You're not a bard right now.
Oh.